from Potawatomi Casino Hotel's amazing sportsbook. It is a great day to be alive on this Thursday. Kyle and Brust across ESPN, Wisconsin. It is going to be a great time tonight at the ESPN Wisconsin Fantasy Football Draft. Kyle and I are hanging out where everyone who is playing and drafting will be hanging out tonight. I already see the buffets getting ready, the food, the prizes. You know we always do it right for you when we are at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, one of my favorite places on earth. I'm Ben Brust. Next to me is Kyle Wallace. Hello, Kyle.
Yes, you also are a.k.a. Ben Brust, the assistant to the general manager of our team. You are the assistant too. Just make sure everybody understands with the team. You are the assistant too.
Did you even log in? Are you even set up in the draft?
I don't even know why they didn't set me up in the draft.
I have been doing this longer than you. I am the veteran. I beat you head to head in our league in the playoffs.
Whatever.
That's all we played against each other. So I don't know why you're acting like you're God's gift.
You had a miracle. It was a miracle. It was a miracle.
Did I win?
It was a miracle.
You sound like the Packers, like you're talking about the Packers losing to the Bears.
My team was significantly better. Well, not significantly better. I had a really good team. Good team.
But you didn't win in crunch time.
Well, you know.
And the Packers didn't win in crunch time again, Kyle.
Well, I guess it all adds up, doesn't it?
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. List is more YouTube. You can see us at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And, of course, you have everything on the ESPN Wisconsin app. The reason why I said, things aren't so different when you're complaining about that is because, yesterday you were really, really, really excited to hear great reports coming out of the joint practice between the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals.
Yep.
And there were some really, really, really good reports.
There were. The Packers' first half.
Whoa,
what
portion of the practice. Domination.
Sure was. It sure was.
Love was throwing dots everywhere, and then in the 2-minute drills, they lost all 4, including the number 1 defense not getting a stop against the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, very disappointing.
You were as dejected as I have seen you since a real football game come last year when the Packers maybe lost.
Yeah, I thought the Packers were going to dog walk the Arizona Cardinals, as they should, because they're a much better football team than the Arizona Cardinals, and they did in the first half dominate them, absolutely dominate against the Cardinals. But once again, we see this old bugaboo, this old issue arising again for the Packers, where it seems like maybe after they get up on a team, they get a little lackadaisical, and they allow a team to crawl back in. Yesterday it wasn't crawling back, but they allowed a team to have new life. Instead of putting them away and finishing them, they allow for the Arizona Cardinals to walk out of there with a little bit of pride and a little bit of confidence. That's what I'm not here for that.
Here's what Kyle Wallace sounded like yesterday when he found out the results of the second half of the joint practice.
You should have been woken up after the fact that you lost the game against the Chicago Bears. You should have been woken up after you gave up the lead in Denver. Those should have been the wake-up calls. It shouldn't be a wake-up call. You taking on the Arizona Cardinals in a joint practice? Hell no. Y'all should have came ready to hit somebody else in the freaking mouth.
That was Kyle Wallace.
Upset. I can see your soul has been zapped out of you.
I wanted to hear pure domination, and that is not what occurred today.
That was Kyle Wallace yesterday reacting to joint practice. I usually try and give you 24 hours to see if you have a different mindset, if things shift, as you can go back and forth, emotions hit early. Has anything changed for Kyle Wallace?
No, nothing's changed at all whatsoever, because the results are the results. And if a team like the Packers believe they are going to be able to be better at finishing, if the team like the Packers believe that they made the right moves in the offseason to make sure they brought guys here that can help them finish winning games, then the result yesterday was not what we wanted. Now, again, it's only a joint practice, so it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to sit here and say the season is completely over. But what I will say is that this team needs to be able to evaluate and ask themselves, why once again did we walk away from this practice in 2 minutes and not finding a way to score? Why did we not find a way to get off the field? Why did Matthew Golden not come up with a big catch on 3rd and 4 when the Packers had a chance to score? Why did all this occur? And it is on Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur and the other leaders on that team to come up with the answer to this test, because if this is again an issue that the Packers have, then we got to look deeper at the end of the season if the Packers continue to be unable to finish games like they did yesterday. And again, yesterday wasn't a full game, but finishing practice. From start to finish, the Packers should have dog-walked and beat up on the Arizona Cardinals. They're more talented. They have more experience. They're better. They've had the same coach for multiple years. You got a team that's all new, doesn't have a true franchise quarterback, and somehow yesterday they found a way to come away with a small victory. I'm not big on other teams who are not as good as you walking away from your field with small victories. That was disappointing for me, and it's disappointing for the Packers as well.
Well, I think the biggest thing, again, as the takeaways from the joint practice, like the highlights that everybody goes to is the way it ended, right? And the way it ended was the 2-minute drills, and they didn't do well in that. Mm-hmm. And so then it becomes about finishing games. And I know this isn't finishing a real game, but it's as close as you're going to get for this group, because now you're heading into preseason game number 3. The starters won't play. Mm-hmm. Next time you play a real football game,
that's when it counts.
It's going to count. And so confidence is something we've talked about for the Milwaukee Brewers hitters, for players on the Green Bay Packers. It's a hell of a drug, as we say. And when it comes to finishing games, it just would have been really nice for someone like Kyle Wallace or any Green Bay Packer fan, after all offseason, all we've said is they need to finish game better. Well, we can't really talk about it because we need to see it, right? And when you say you need to see it, this was an opportunity to see a little bit and hear reports and get happy about the way they finished games and finishing a 2-minute drill against the Arizona freaking Cardinals. I think that's the part that's frustrating, right?
Yes,
if it was like even a mid-tier team, you're like, okay, like, it is practice, like that, they're trying to build something too. Mm-hmm. They're literally trying to build on how to win 3 games this year.
Yeah, and they have
their win total is like 3, 4, 5 games in a 17-game season, because they have Jacoby Brissett and Carson Beck and Matt LaFleur's brother that is trying to figure out how to make a team that sucked the last 3 years under Jonathan Gannon be relevant again. So that's the part where it's just like it sits ugly. It sits a little ugly, and there's no way to get around that. Can we be proven wrong? Absolutely. But it doesn't make you feel better heading into week 1 where you might need a drive late to –
Whoa, player. Proven wrong. See, I think we're on 2 different levels. See, I still believe in the Green Bay Packers. You say proven wrong, so you don't believe in the Packers. You walked away because you say proven wrong. I'm not as far as you are now.
It's based on expectations. And my expectations aren't like – they shouldn't be a 7 seed, a 7 seed, a 7 seed, and again a 7 seed.
No,
the expectations are to do more than that. So if you're having troubles with this, you're not going to be getting to levels that you want to be.
Yeah,
that's just a fact.
Yeah, no, and I 100% agree with where you're at, and that's why I think any Packers fan who read yesterday, yes, there are positives to come away from yesterday. Brandon Cisse had an interception. Your defense was overwhelming the offensive line of the Arizona Cardinals early. Like, there's a lot of good things to come away from it. But the whole point for me is that if the Packers and the Packers fans believe that this is a legitimate Super Bowl type team, then you want to see them start building momentum. You want to see them start building camaraderie. You want to see them start building confidence where they absolutely seek and destroy any team that is not as talented as they are. And so the reason why I was so disappointed, Ben, was simply because of the fact that the Packers did not go from start to finish. And it seems to me that I'm not going to say they let off the gas, but I'm going to say something happened where they got a little lax. Because if you look at the Arizona Cardinals, they flipped the switch. All of a sudden, they turned it on. The Arizona Cardinals have no business flipping a switch on the Green Bay Packers. I understand how talented Trey McBride is. I understand how good Michael Wilson is and Marvin Harrison Jr., how those guys are talented. But again, you're going to face more talented individuals within your division that you're going to have to play 6 times this year, and you cannot allow for them to be able to flip the switch on your behind, because if they flip the switch on you during the regular season, then it may end up being an L for you, which may take you out of the NFC North race, which may take you out of the playoff race, which may have you end up being a 7 seed again. So this is why, again, I said yesterday the Packers don't need a wake-up call. The wake-up call should have been last year. Maybe that was a little extreme of me to say, because each season is a new season.
That was the emotional Kyle reacting to a joint practice.
And this should be not so much a wake-up call, but a realization maybe we're not as good as we think we are. Maybe our stuff does stink a little bit, because they came out of Denver feeling real good.
So now you're agreeing with what I said. They got a wake-up call, and sometimes you need that.
Yeah, I think, you can use wake-up call. I think maybe
a
reality
you just don't
check.
like to say anything that I say because you don't want to admit that I'm right. It makes
because
you feel yucky.
Yours comes from such a place of malice. It doesn't come
from a place of malice. It comes from a place of this is what I think, and you probably agree with it. You just can't get yourself to say it.
No, I think it's a realization of, yes, we look good at the start. Yes, we had a really good game against the Denver Broncos where the offense was able to convert a 4th down, move the ball downfield, and score. But at the end of the day, we still are not where we need to be. And yes, training camp is over, but now we need to focus on how can we continue to get better as an overall offensive unit, defensive unit, and special teams as well. The Packers did not have a complete
unit. Unfortunately, the next thing I have to bring up is the conversation about Jordan Love has always been like, we know he's good. Can he put it all together for a full season, full games? And this was like another example of kind of what we've seen in the past.
Oh, yes.
A really great first half, and then he threw interceptions late in the practice. Pittsburgh, he had a bad half of the regular season, then he had an unbelievable second half. Like that's the stuff like that. It's a trend you want to buck in practice and games, and it's something you're going to be having to monitor because until you see it consistently, you're going to know what you're going to get from that guy.
I just think this is a
and,
false.
and,
I just think the narrative.
It mattered yesterday, and now it doesn't matter today. You pick and choose when you're going to be supportive or not supportive.
It's not his fault that Matthew Golden dropped the pass in the end zone, that Matthew Golden was kicking himself because he should have made the catch. I'm
not talking about that throw. I'm talking about interceptions.
Yeah.
Where if you watch the videos, you're like, okay, he threw it, and how come on the outside the cornerback was there? Is it miscommunication? Is it chemistry? Throwing to Tucker Kraft? Like there's things that shouldn't happen against the Arizona Cardinals.
Things are going to happen, especially at the end of the day.
Things are going to happen.
It still was a practice.
Excuses for not finishing.
I'm focused on the opportunities that we had to execute that we did not execute. That's what I'm focused on. Like, I don't know what happened on that on the interception, but what I do know is Matthew Golden dropped the touchdown pass. That's the problem because guess what? The last time we saw the Packers in a real game, like a real game in the regular season,
major important passes against the Bears.
Exactly. So that is a problem. That is what I'm concerned about. Finish in winning time.
That's it for Kyle. That's it. Finish in winning time. Nothing else.
Yeah, I mean the Packers are a really good football team. They're a really good team, and the team last year struggled to finish, and so this year
they're a good football team.
They're
good until you prove they're great.
Stop it.
Seven seed.
Stop it. That's just
they're good until they prove to you that they're great.
I would argue last year the Green Bay Packers were a really good football team.
Then run over to the kiosk over there, and it says the Packers win total is 9.5 games.
Yeah, that's
if you
easy
think
money.
they're really great, you should put your mortgage on it.
Whoa.
But now you don't believe.
Wait a minute.
I'm speaking in hyperbole.
I was going to say the problem with mortgages is that they're going to take my whole house. Where I'm going to live at?
Well, no, you have a free month's mortgage payment if you believe the way that you're talking, but you never back it up. You just say, "Oh, they're really great."
That's not true.
Really
I bet on it last year and I lost last year only because the Packers lost the 4 straight games to end the season and they didn't play Jordan Love the last 2 weeks of the season. It ended up killing me. But no, I'm very confident that this is a really good football team. And so just because the Packers didn't finish well yesterday, or just because they lost the last 5 games of the regular season,
I know. I'm also using evidence of what LaFleur and Love have been for the last 3 years.
Okay, so they won 11 games 2 years ago. Like, what are we saying? It's like the Green Bay Packers
and then they lost and didn't look good at all against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, that's true. That is part of what happened.
Playoffs is where it matters. You're just regular season Kyle already.
No, but to sit here and say that the team last year wasn't a really good team, that's just crazy. They were a really good team, and unfortunately, they couldn't overcome the injuries. But who's going to
nothing to show for them.
Who's going to overcome the injuries of a tight end that looked like he potentially was on the way of being an All-Pro, of a potential Hall of Fame Micah Parsons, and a right tackle?
But you could do each year as to why.
Last year was extreme. Last year was very extreme with who they lost. The 3 guys that I was going to say, if you add in Zach Zebak. Bako Buale. When you add in those 3 guys are high players. Like, they're high-performing players that the Packers did not have at 3 very important positions.
Are you concerned that they didn't finish practice well against the Arizona Cardinals in a joint practice? 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. It's Kyle and Brust live from Potawatomi Sportsbook. Here before the ESPN Wisconsin Fantasy Draft. It's going to be a great time with all of our shows, all the fans who come by. And anytime you can be at Potawatomi for the great food, great prizes, you should do so. Tucker Kraft. The Tucker Kraft update begins next.
You're surviving Kyle and Brust.
I don't know about you. I like to be gawked at, okay?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wildy and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Snap-on IndyCar weekend of the Milwaukee Mile. 2 races, 1 iconic track, twice the action. August 28th through the 30th. This is summer's fastest ticket. So get yours now and hold on tight.
The 25th annual A Novel event is coming. Sharp's yearly fundraiser will happen on September 10th from 5 to 8 p.m. at American Family Field. 2-time National League All-Star and one of MLB's brightest young stars, Jacob "The Miz" Mizorowski, will be the featured guest. Funds raised at A Novel event will support the delivery of Sharp's STEAM-based education program to thousands of K-3 through 5th grade students and educators across Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
Progressive presents the Museum of You.
We begin our tour with a unique piece, a relic from the early big screen television era. Remarkable. Next, we find a juicer, which historians believe has only ever been used once. And finally, compact discs from the emo era. A rare find indeed.
Some things should be history, but until then you could protect what's important to you and save by bundling your auto insurance with a renter's policy from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Are you starting college, moving to a new apartment, or just looking to create a new vibe in your college living? Make IKEA your first stop for everything you need to create a college space that's all you. Whether you're looking to add color with cozy bedding, organize your dorm with smart storage solutions, or find that perfect sleeper sofa for those weekend visits, IKEA has your college life covered. And verified college students get 15% off when they sign up for IKEA Family. It's free and packed with rewards. So go grab your roommate and head to IKEA Oak Creek or shop online at ikea.us or the IKEA app.
$998 buys you a magnificent diamond solitaire engagement ring at Kessler's.
A solid gold mounting shows off a big, beautiful diamond, 3/4 carat.
Glitter, twinkle, sparkle.
This is the definitive diamond solitaire engagement ring.
You can choose a round diamond, radiant, marquise, or oval.
3/4 carat. Any shape you want.
Any color of gold you want.
A 1-carat solitaire is just $1,498.
Ask to see the Evermore engagement rings at Kessler's.
You're going to be ecstatic about the color, clarity, and cut of your diamond.
Evermore.
Each of these diamonds was lovingly created in the heart of a miniature star.
Your diamond will remain.
Evermore.
Your diamond was born about the time you fell in love.
You will be in love.
Evermore.
Your diamond has been waiting patiently for you to see it, love it, and choose it.
Don't keep it waiting. Come to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Y'all know training camp is here. That means Dream Drive has been back, and that's all thanks to American Family Insurance.
Even the Cardinals took
you saw it. You sure did. You saw Cardinals. Bo Melton's brother joined in on the bike ride of a little girl who had on a Arizona Cardinals uniform. Young fans can ride bikes back to and from practice alongside their favorite Packers players, and even yesterday with the Cardinals players, creating unforgettable moments all on 2 wheels. There's fun for the whole family as well. You can play games, soak up the sun, and kick back in the shade, and you can also win exclusive Packers giveaways. Take home sunglasses, bucket hats, tote bags, and so much more. It's a Packers tradition you don't want to miss, and it's all sponsored by American Family Insurance. And if you're looking to get insured, go ahead and visit amfam.com today for homeowners insurance or car insurance or a bundle. amfam.com today. Get a quote instantly online or find an insurance agent near you. American Family Insurance.
It is Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin live from one of the greatest places on earth. It's Potawatomi Casino Hotel and the sports book. You got the 2,000 square foot video wall. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, roughly 20 kiosks, and there's plenty more all around the sports book and the casino for you to bet on. Kyle, I know you're going to be hitting those later, but
yes, sir.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless talk and text line. Liss is more. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Tucker Kraft.
Tuck.
Participated.
My man's Tuck.
Tuck loves being a Green Bay Packer.
Tuck
he loves going to battle for the Green Bay Packer fans.
Yes.
But my question to everyone is, and this is for you too, Kyle, I want you to actually answer the question before you pivot yourself out of this.
Pivot myself. Okay. I'm on my pivot foot.
No, don't pivot yet. Right now, you're at a jump stop with no pivot foot.
Okay.
No pivot foot.
Haven't turned.
If you were Tucker Kraft
Yeah.
and you did not have a contract extension inked by week 1, would you play football for the Green Bay Packers?
If I was Tucker Kraft and I did not have a contract extension, this is what I would tell the Green Bay Packers. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Oh, wow.
And if you decide to allow for me to step on the field, I'm not going to do what Devontae Adams did and say I'm not negotiating. Oh, we're going to negotiate during the season. But remember who I was. I'm going to remind everybody who I was. And remember, I'm the tight end that went for over 100 yards against those Pittsburgh Steelers. So what y'all got to understand is that you need me. So remember, yesterday's price is not today's price. So I'm going to step on the field if I'm Tucker Kraft, but the negotiation going to blow up because what I'm going to do is I'm going to ball out, and then I'm going to go to my agent and tell him, send them week 1 stats. Send them week 2 stats. Tell them every time I ball out, every time I score a touchdown, when I spike
you're
it.
injured.
Well, I mean, Tucker Kraft, he rehab and get back.
No. You, Kyle Wallace, you're Tucker Kraft. Oh, Kyle Wallace, you're injured.
I'm Tucker Kraft. I'm a beast. I'm coming back from the ACL.
ACL, another. But like yesterday's price isn't today's price. So, your price just went down.
Hey, it's a
lot down.
This is my
generational wealth.
This is my.
You may not ever be the same guy.
No, well here's the
you
thing.
may not ever be the same guy.
But my talent is so good. Somebody's gonna give me an opportunity. And the thing is, I signed up to play football. I love playing football. And at the end of the day, I do have a contract. And it seems right now I'm gonna play out my contract. The way I'm built as Tucker Kraft, the way I'm wired as Tucker Kraft is I'm gonna play out. I'm gonna play out the season. And so yes,
this is just Kyle. This is Packer backer Kyle, not money Kyle, who's conscious about every dollar spent and every dollar that he makes and everything he does. You, Kyle Wallace, would not play until you got that extension.
No, I would flip,
because you would be like, you know what, y'all stupid. You need me. You need me, so pay me now or I'm not stepping on the field. That's what you would say, even though you did pivot your way out of your actual feelings if you were Tucker Kraft. It was a good job.
No,
you did a great job. But there ain't no way Kyle Wallace, if he was Tucker Kraft, would step on the field week 1.
Have you seen the Tucker Kraft? You asked me if I was Tucker Kraft. That's Tucker Kraft energy that I gave you. And so for me, this is what I would say.
No. I want Kyle Wallace energy.
Legitimately, if I was Tucker Kraft's agent, I would say, listen, if we do not hold out and we play, do understand, when my client balls out, the numbers that we talked about before, you are going to wish that you said yes. That is what I would tell them. Y'all gonna have to pay. Y'all gonna pay me one way or another because I trust in myself. I believe in myself, and that's exactly what Tucker Kraft is doing. He's betting on himself. Now, obviously, there's some risk to this for Tucker Kraft. Just like anybody, when they go out there and they play without having a contract, it is a risk. But I do believe that Tucker Kraft is going to get this deal done. They're going to get it done. They're going to get it done before.
The difference between the timing of Jordan Love, when you call them selfish for not going out for OTAs and even doing anything, is Tucker Kraft is doing everything. And
what an amazing guy.
He got it done. Jordan Love got it done within 3 days.
Yeah, T-shirt and shorts.
And now they're getting closer and closer and closer and deadline spur action. So the hope is, with the deadline spurring action of like, hey, we're about to play real football. Let's get this done so we don't have to think about it. Because if I'm Tucker, I'm not stepping on the field until I get my guaranteed money from what I know I'm worth and what the market has shown.
I will
in
say
the
this.
position of what I'm worth.
I will say this. I am surprised yesterday that Tucker Kraft went out there.
Yeah, that's
in a joint practice.
You get G for that, but I also say he's irresponsible
because the joint practice means nothing, right? If I'm going to risk anything, I'm going to risk it in something that actually matters. The joint practice, at the end of the day, yes, it's an opportunity for you to gauge how you are against other folks. It's an opportunity for Tucker Kraft actually to get hit a little bit and feel how football
if anything,
feels.
it's more of a gauge for the physicality and how much he can go out there and not be on a snap count or.
You know how good Tucker Kraft is. Tucker Kraft would have. Those cobwebs would have been shaken off and knocked off week 1 against the Minnesota Vikings within the first quarter. He would have been fine because that is how talented that he is. So yesterday was an absolute risk, and it just shows you where his mindset is at.
Well, let's just hear his mindset from him.
All right.
This is Tucker Kraft on how he goes about things.
It's kind of like what I was talking about with Kay. She was referring to like an event like this, like a big collision, getting an opportunity to just move on from it. You know, some people might be holding their breaths when they see me do something like that, but that's just my 9 to 5.
Working 9 to 5.
That's his homage to Dolly Parton.
Yep.
R.I.P.
It is. And again, I love his attitude. I just genuinely think, I guess I sound like a broken record, maybe I'm just more selfish than you, Kyle. You cannot step on the field week 1 with the risk that there is of getting hurt coming off of an ACL without a guaranteed contract.
Yeah, and the thing is, here's the thing. Like, I appreciate Tucker Kraft and what he's doing, but the way you've been talking about this, bro, I'm not his agent. Like, I'm not. Listen, I love Tucker Kraft, and I want Tucker Kraft to be healthy.
I care about Why am I pretending to be his agent?
I care about
I don't even get 8%.
No,
I don't even get 0.0000001%.
I am pulling for the well-being of Tucker Kraft just like any other NFL player because I want them to have long, prosperous careers regardless of what jersey these players are wearing because you only get so long to be able to live out your dream and make this money that you're going to get. But it is not my job as a fan to sit here and tell Tucker Kraft, no, Tucker, please don't go on the field for my Packers. Please make my Sundays more stressful. That's not my job. It's not. Tucker ain't going to listen to me. He ain't hitting up my DMs asking Kyle, what do I think? Because if he did, I'd tell him, listen, bro, it's a risk, but go ahead and take it. Go ahead and take it because you make my Sundays and all Packers fans across this
but
great
your Sundays
country.
Could be ruined, God forbid, if anything happens.
But the thing is, if anything happens, it was going to happen anyways. His money and playing don't equate for me.
That's why your advice would be bad, but it'd be good for you.
Yeah, because
it's all about what's best for Kyle.
No.
Yes.
I care. I hope Tucker Kraft is for him to. No,
you don't have to say you don't care. It's
I don't want him to hold out.
You don't have to care.
That's stupid. If as a fan, why would I say yes, hold out? That's stupid. That's stupidity as a fan. Why, as a fan, would you sit here and choose the player and say, yeah, I'm taking the player side. I want him to sit out until the Packers play him. I might say I want the Packers to pay him. I think he deserves to get a contract, but I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, Tucker, sit down. Don't play until the Packers pay you. That's stupid as a fan because Tucker Kraft, we saw how different this offense can be with Tucker Kraft. And finally, y'all saw the break screen. Finally, the 4 horsemen are finally going to be together at Tucker Kraft, Matthew Golden, Christian Watson, and Jaden Reed, all for Jordan Love.
A YouTube thumbnail.
Thank you. all for Jordan Love to be able to throw the ball and deliver and distribute the ball to them. So why would I not want him to be out there? Like, I want the Packers to pay him, but if the Packers don't pay him, I hope he does not sit up.
Kyle and Brust are live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. We're getting ready for the ESPN Wisconsin Fantasy Draft. Don chimes in asking if there's any more room or no shows because he could be there in 30 minutes. I believe we're all set, but he did have a funny comment because we did pick an order of a fantasy draft for a fan of ours.
You got to give me an update on that.
His pitch to us is come on, man, I ate 11 pies in 4 minutes, drink all night, and then I go to work. Let me join the league because I did love, I think it was Mackenzie, who's a doctor who said she can drink till 4 a.m.
and then go to work at 7.
Her 7 a.m. shift as a doctor.
That doesn't sound safe. It sounds like her license should be revoked.
Ryan from McGuanago does hear Kyle calling Kraft selfish.
No, I never said that.
So, again.
I never called him
I heard
selfish.
it too, Ryan. I heard it too.
No, listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. Tucker Kraft is a gangster. He's a G. He's my type of guy. He's my dude that says, you know what, I want to go out there and I want to ball. And I love that about him. That to me is the epitome of what Green Bay Packers football, the lure about it should be about a guy that wants to go out there and work. And that's what Tucker Kraft wants to do.
Kyle Wallace, we have played this game many times before. It's not an actual game. We'll have over-under at 245. This is a game that I will play with you where you have to make a decision. Wilde and Tausch did it today, but I thought they were missing something very important to their conversation.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I know you don't, which is why I didn't tell you we were doing it.
Okay.
And that's coming up next, live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
You're experiencing Kyle and Brust.
Eleanor Roosevelt and Franklin D. Roosevelt.
They were kissing cousins?
They were cousins. You know that?
But were they
I don't-
kissing?
What do you mean they were married?
Yeah,
what
I
do you
think
mean?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kevin Rett from Mentality Men's Health. Here's what we've learned in treating 25,000 men. You can't just rely on testosterone alone anymore. To run at full capacity, your body needs peptide therapy on top of your TRT. Our physician's treatment designed to support your recovery, repair, and performance with peptide therapy. A custom plan around your numbers, monitored every step of the way. Testosterone levels the field and peptides drive your results. Start today at lowtusa.com.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
No two homes are exactly alike, so why would every window and door solution be the same? At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, premium quality doesn't come in just one price point. Whether you're replacing a few windows, remodeling a historic fixer-upper, or building from the ground up, Pella offers gorgeous, high-quality, and customizable solutions for every unique situation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right. And naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust here for Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of the house this summer and enjoy a great weekend at Road America, located conveniently between Milwaukee and Green Bay in Elkhart Lake. This legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course has been hosting the world's best racers since 1955. Bring the whole family. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. Camp on site, explore the grounds, and take in racing your way. It's more than a race, it's a full-day experience. GT World Challenge is up next, coming to Road America August 28th through the 30th. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets today at roadamerica.com.
Planning a high-level event shouldn't feel overwhelming. I'm Tiara Gomez, founder of Events by Design. For over 25 years, we've helped companies turn complex, high-pressure events into seamless, unforgettable experiences. When trying to engage your team and pull off something meaningful, the details matter. From concept to execution, we design every event so it reflects your vision and delivers real impact. No missed moments, just refined experiences people will remember. Let's start designing today. Search online, Events by Design.
It's National Sandwich Month, the perfect time to celebrate what Cousin Subs does best, great sandwiches. Since 1972, we've been making subs with fresh baked bread, sliced meats and cheeses, and ingredients prepared fresh when you order. Whether you're craving a classic favorite, something grilled to order, or a deli fresh creation, there's a Cousin Sub made for every taste. Celebrate National Sandwich Month with a sandwich made the way it should be. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
3 days, millions of cards, one roof. The Wisconsin Card Show is back, Friday, September 11th through Sunday the 13th at the Baird Center in downtown Milwaukee. Sports cards, Pokemon cards, and vintage cards. That rookie card you've been hunting for years. Plus autograph signings with Brewer stars Christian Yelich, William Contreras, and Bryce Terang. Rip, trade, hunt, collect, all weekend long. Tickets and details at WisconsinCardShow.com. That's WisconsinCardShow.com.
Let the good times roll. Kyle and Brust are back on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
If you're thinking about dinner tonight, you can make it loud with Screamin' Sicilian. It's on sale at Piggly Wiggly, and you got 2 ways to go big. Stuffed crust with the melty cheese baked into every inch of the edge of the amazing crust, or the Detroit style, which is thick, square crispy with those cheesy caramelized corners. Either's just $5.99. That's more cheese, more toppings, more reaching for a second slice, more like a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, and eighth for me. I ate the whole thing. Screaming Sicilian is more amore. Hurry up. The deal is through September 1st at Piggly Wiggly. Also, just look for all the Screaming Sicilian brands when you can do so. Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin. Okay. This is news. Real news.
Yeah, real news.
You showed me. I was like, all right, I see Josh Jacobs. But we have learned, and this is now going to throw a wrench in. What the damn hell? How do I get back there?
All right, now I'm going through my photos now.
I somehow
I'm
end up
going
on
through my
Snapchat.
photos now. Hold
Well,
on
what's wrong
now.
with Snapchat? You got something to share?
Oh, no,
something to hide?
maybe in 2018, not in 2026. I'll be going through my photos.
Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin per Fox 6 here. I'm sure it's many other places. Fox 6 has learned that Brown County, up in Green Bay, Ashwaubenon area, District Attorney's Office filed criminal charges against Packers running back Josh Jacobs, according to a source and close to the matter. So there you have it. We don't know if the NFL is going to do anything around Josh Jacobs, but he is innocent until proven guilty. There was nothing that we heard of, and again, it's not about being right or wrong. Can you read us the charges filed?
Well, it just says it's 2 misdemeanors, and there's no. The source said no felony charges were brought, and none of the charges are related to domestic violence. So that is interesting.
Yeah, there's no good, there's no bad, there's just information for us to share.
Because with the misdemeanors, that does lead to, okay, so what does that mean for the investigation for the NFL?
Correct.
And misdemeanors more than likely, I mean, he will have a misdemeanor, you have a court date where you can probably fight against it as well. So, and I think, and again, Jason Williams is joining us today, and so he'll probably be able to provide us with more information about this. And I don't know all the legalities, but I'm not sure if the NFL, if you have these misdemeanors that are looming, will the NFL suspend you first or wait till the case is concluded?
That was my major question.
So that is.
Do they have? We don't know, and it's something we need to figure out. And if anybody knows, feel free to chime in on the Carbos Talking text line.
If you got your JD, if you got a JD,
if you're an attorney, we would love to hear from you. If you're not an attorney or you're going to guess, we'll be able to figure out if you're an attorney or not on the Carbos Talking text line based off how you're talking. I want you to pretend like you've been in court so I can see how real you are. I've watched a lot of Law and Order and a lot of Law and Order SVU, and it doesn't make me anything even close to an attorney.
Yeah, no, this is
so the main question that we are all looking to know is if he is under investigation and he is going through the process of going to the courts, if he's cleared or not cleared, does that mean that the NFL waits to see if they do something, or is this enough by their standards and their league rules that if they choose to put some sort of suspension on him just for whatever it could say, whatever language it has in the NFL, where disruption of league character. I'm making stuff up. You get the point that I'm trying to make.
Yeah, no, I think based off, again, we do not know, but based off of this and based off what he was looking at and what the original, the accusations were, again, I don't know what the misdemeanors were. I have no idea, but if it's based off what he was arrested for, I could see the NFL at some point definitely handing down some type of suspension and doing their own investigation pretty thoroughly, because if there was any type of probable cause that he did anything, right, anything that could violate the rules of the NFL and league policy, which league policy could simply, it could be easy as just having a domestic disturbance of yelling and screaming and threatening somebody, right? Like we don't know any information.
Or it could just be as simple as something says actions detrimental to the league.
Yeah, so it could be
that's as vague and as how they want to give out
interpret it exactly
however they look at it.
And so again, now as Packers fans, we heard yesterday from the general manager Brian Gutekunst that said, "Hey, like we are prepared if he does get suspended."
And you said, well, I don't feel like the Packers are prepared if he is suspended.
And seeing that and again, I don't know what the free agent running backs are out there, but I do believe that if he is going to be potentially be suspended, because the Packers inside the locker room, I'm sure they have a better vibe of what's going on, then the Packers need to be looking, when it comes down to roster cuts, to making a move to get a running back, because you cannot depend on Marshawn Lloyd to be your 3-down back, to be the guy that's carrying the rock 20 times. Like, yes, you can utilize Jordan Love, but if teams know that you don't have a legitimate rushing threat, they can either blitz you or they can sit back and try to, let Jordan Love try to pick you apart. But if you got 7 guys
can't
drop
become
back.
You can become a pass-heavy offense, but you can't become one-dimensional.
Exactly, there it is. And so the Packers cannot be one-dimensional. And I think right now with Marshawn Lloyd, there is so much unknown about him that there is a risk of the Packers being one-dimensional and completely depending on Jordan Love. And again, the first 3 games of the season, the Packers should be, feel good about whether or not they can win those games. But you need to position yourself to be able to win those games, and that comes with making sure that you have a more than one-dimensional offense. You have to have a threat.
Where my lawyers at?
For real.
Where my lawyers at? Actually, I did get something from a Brown County judge to sign and send back to him. He's a Badger fan. I don't think he's in the same area because I think I talked to him on the phone. I was like, "Are you saying, I don't know what that means." I want him on the show. Should I email a Brown County judge to see if he could be on the show?
You should.
All right.
You should. You should email a Brown County judge because hell, he might be. He's set.
Well, if he's going to be a part of anything,
then he can't.
can't.
But I'm just saying he could give some insight on potentially what the misdemeanors are and what the what the crime, the punishment may be. That's what he can give insight on for us. But again, when it comes to stuff like this, as sensitive as it is what it is. As a Packers fan, listen, the NFL is going to handle their business. My hope is that whatever was reported did not happen, not for Josh Jacobs, but more so for the woman. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing to me because I don't want anybody
What the hell do
to
I text this judge out of the blue?
When's the last time you texted him?
I've never texted him. We talked on the phone because he was sending me something from the Final Four to sign. And he sent it with a return shipping thing, and I sent it back, and he thanked me, and that was it. But I literally have it right here.
Well, I mean,
I am currently a Brown County judge in Green Bay. The poster isn't complete without you.
This is recent. Go ahead, send him an email. Say, "Hey, Judge."
No, I got his phone number. I should text him.
Hey,
Judge.
Just curious.
Curious.
What are we looking to find out from the judge? Misdemeanor, what the charge is, or not? So he ain't gonna tell you the charges, but like,
would you be able to join us as a legal? But a judge isn't a legal expert. They just make decisions based on the law. Are you talking on the air or not, Tony? I do want to know that. Jump in here. How do you think you got to be a judge? That's right. That's right. They typically are.
Judges generally get to the point that they're at because they are legitimately experts of the law.
Because they are lawyers.
And mastered it for about 20 to 30 years before becoming a judge.
Clearly, all the Law and Order, SVU, and Law and Order did not help me as much as I thought it would in this conversation.
No, let's finish writing this text. I can see you guys on YouTube.
Why don't you read?
Listen, you're the host of the show. But I'm just.
You're a host. I'm not the host.
I'm looking at CCAP right now. Somebody sent me. Shout out to Evan Wittallison from 620 WTMJ. He sent me what they had on CCAP with Josh Jacobs, and it looks like it is misdemeanor A, battery and criminal damage to property. Battery sounds like you put your hands on somebody. But again, I don't know.
Kyle, before you go any further, let's read through it before we make assumptions as to what.
No. I don't know.
There.
That's all that's there. I said I don't know.
But you didn't say that.
I did say
sounds like you did this.
But I said sounds like you did this. But I don't know. I don't know.
You always lead with allegedly.
Yeah,
this
allegedly.
Is something that
I just see this. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there.
I wasn't there either.
I have no idea, but I
haven't been in Brown County, and the next time I'll be there is for the Shamrock
But
Series.
what I do know is this: is that the Packers need to be prepared to be without Josh Jacobs, and right now they are not. That is the story.
Let's play over/under because then we're going to get closer to Jason Wilde, who can actually be of service to the show on NFL, and I don't know if it's legal stuff that they'd be able to help with, but just getting an idea of what maybe to expect as a Packer fan. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line.
Misdemeanor A is the most serious one. Oh, wow.
Allegedly, if this happens.
Yeah, I'm saying this is what.
That's a fact?
Well, it says a Class A misdemeanor is the most serious type of non-felony crime in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Penalties, Kyle?
Allegedly here, according to Google, jail time up to 9 months in county jail, fines up to $10,000. Misdemeanor battery causing bodily harm.
Again, you're just reading.
I'm just reading. I don't know.
I mean, you said no.
Kyle, you can read that information. That is very good, pertinent information for people.
That's
a Class A misdemeanor is the highest charge of misdemeanor possible without it becoming a felony, and then continue. Like that's good info.
I'll say this. Marshawn
He's
Lloyd.
so scared to talk right now.
I'll be damn. I'm not. Listen, I'll tell you this right now. Marshawn Lloyd better be ready.
We'll end it on
Pierre
that.
Strong Jr. better be ready.
Caller
Chris Brooks
6
ready.
and caller 9 for over-under coming up next on Kyle and Brust. We'll update you on any information we feel is relevant for you as Josh Jacobs is being charged by Brown County. Charges are filed. We'll keep you updated there. Caller 6 and caller 9 for over-under. Caller 6, you get to choose if you believe in Kyle and I, because we get 10 guesses to get as many right answers as possible based off a category that TC has set for us. Caller 6, you choose if you believe. Caller 9, you are just stuck on the other side. Somebody's walking away a winner. 800-990-3776. That's caller 6 and caller 9. I've been told to slow down on the phone number. 800-990-3776. Caller 6, caller 9. 800-990-ESPN. Over under next.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust
I think I need to take medicine. I've been sick for a month.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
The only joint practice of the Packers preseason is in the books. After Wednesday's open practice with the Arizona Cardinals, one of the biggest moments to come out of Wednesday's practice was Tucker Kraft getting knocked to the turf while blocking. When the Packers offense was on the field, Kraft took exception to it, but later said it was no big deal. Kraft, of course, coming off of an ACL tear suffered last November, and said his mindset is just getting back to work.
A big collision, getting an opportunity to just move on from it. Some people might be holding their breaths when they see me do something like that, but that's just my 9 to 5.
Packers' final preseason game is Friday at Lambeau against the Cardinals.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
The journey is over. No more repairs will do. It's time to get that new car just for you. Find that new ride. Drive away in style with a low auto rate that'll make you smile. Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank. Member FDIC.
25 years ago, a generational Bucs team made an unforgettable run.
This is the place to be.
Light It Up, narrated by Jim Paschke, is the new season of the Behind the Bucs podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and people strategy partner. This is the oral history of the 2000-2001 Milwaukee Bucks and their run to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Absolute bedlam here at the Bradley Center.
Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Just doing some roofing on another lovely Wisconsin day. No gimmicks, no shortcuts, no. It's just roofing done the old-fashioned way. Do you need shingles? Let's mingle. For a Wisconsin tradition never dwindles. So raise a glass, shake a hand for this old-fashioned brand. Whoop, that's old-fashioned roofing.
Brian Butch here. From high school All-American to Division I to the pros, I've always respected people who put in the work. And Labor Day is about exactly that. From August 19th through September 8th, get 40% off all Iron Jock gear with a minimum purchase of $50 using code ESPN40. Excludes clearance and gift cards. Our gear is moisture wicking, anti-static, built with 4-way stretch, and powered by silver ion technology to help eliminate odor-causing bacteria. Iron Jock, built on performance, built to last, built in Wisconsin. Shop the Labor Day sale now at ironjock.com.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Have no fear, the chaos is here. Lucky you. This is Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
All right, it's Kyle and Brust live from the amazing Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Here's the plan, Kyle.
What's the plan?
We're going to play over-under right now.
Yes, sir.
And then we have more information coming in about Josh Jacobs and the charges filed by Brown County.
Yes.
We have public information. We have things that we can fill everyone in. And I want to do that appropriately. So we will play over-under. And at 3 o'clock, we will discuss more about Josh Jacobs. And then we'll have Jason Wilde to discuss it and break it down with someone smarter than both of you and I.
Yes, sir. That's true.
So that's what we're going to do. Let's hit over-under. Because running back's going to have the rushing and receiving.
Yeah. So Christian McCaffrey's got he has receptions and he has.
What about Derrick Henry?
I would put him on a list, but like CMC has both receptions.
But he stayed healthy a full
points
season.
per reception. He's had to have one good PPR.
Like if Derrick Henry didn't win the MVP that year, then nobody else was going to, right?
Derrick Henry doesn't have an MVP.
No, I know, but if he didn't win it the year that like he had his best season, there was a recent season where a running back.
Then go ahead.
No, again, this is crazy because we're going all the time.
You said Josh Allen.
Josh Allen final.
Let's see.
Josh Allen is not on the list.
What did I just say, Kyle?
Quarterback-wise? Or
what did I just say before that?
We have C-Mac. We have Larry Johnson. We have, I don't know, I put Mike somebody. Oh, not Mike Vick on the list. This is tough. This is tough.
Let me know when you guys want some hints.
Adrian Peterson?
Hey, Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson final.
Not on the list.
All right, we already lost. Yeah. Just give us a list. This was way too damn hard.
All right, so are you smarter than Ben Brust? We complained that the answers were too hard or too easy. Now the answers are too hard.
Yeah, find the middle ground.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I'm curious to know if this list is running backs or receivers.
There's one wide receiver. Let me give you guys some hints. You guys said a lot of correct names. Well, three correct names. There's one
Johnson.
wide receiver on the list. He is a Super Bowl MVP.
Randy Moss.
No,
not Randy
MVP.
Moss.
Super Bowl MVP would be Terrell Owens didn't win it. Damn, what receiver won?
Just give us
okay.
Here's
the
give
list.
us all
here's
the
the
answers.
list. Number 1, LaDainian Tomlinson. Number 2, Christian McCaffrey in 2019 with the Carolina Panthers. You guys would have guessed that one right. Next two are a little hard. It is Marshall Faulk and Priest Holmes at 3 and 4.
I should have put Priest, not Larry.
Right after that, Cooper Kupp coming in at number 5.
Oh, Triple Crown.
Lamar Jackson was number 6. He's on the list. He's all over the top 25. Patrick Mahomes right after him, followed by Emmitt Smith was the running back you were looking for. He did it in 1995.
Hindsight, this is on us.
Yeah, but it's just so broad, man.
Yeah.
Just rip it out, rip the Band-Aid.
The last two, there was another wide receiver. I missed this one, too. Jerry Rice was number 9 on the list. And then number 10 was Peyton Manning.
Oh, I had Peyton
Oddly,
on the list,
his
too.
year, that first year that he was in Denver, where he tore it up.
Peyton, Lamar, C-Mac, we still would have been short.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to move on from that and move on to something else, which is the news that Josh Jacobs has been charged. Charges have been filed by Brown County. We will get you the latest on that in 2 minutes. Kyle and Brust, live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust.
I mean, I love you both, but I find Kyle a little more spot on.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's Kyle Walls from ESPN Wisconsin, and my wife and I trusted Paul's Jewelers with our wedding bands because they specialize in creating jewelry for life's biggest moments, and they made the entire process easy from start to finish. Now, there's another reason to stop in. The 7 C's Cafe is the perfect blend of the 4 C's of diamonds and Paul's 3 C's of coffee, chocolate, and cookies. Grab a handcrafted mocha made with locally sourced Wisconsin ingredients while you browse the showroom or swing by the 7 C's coffee trailer right outside. Visit Paul's Jewelers in West Dallas and create your masterpiece.
When your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, do your homework. Remember, once a joint is replaced, there's no going back. Hey, it's Ben Brust, and before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to Dr. Caravelli and her team at QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to deliver relief to patients like you in Greenfield and Mequon. You'll start with a medical evaluation reviewing your history, any imaging, and actual source of your pain. If you're a good candidate, they'll concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right in the spot that's actually causing the pain. The whole idea is to give you a real shot at holding off on surgery, or in some cases, avoiding it altogether. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion and know your options. The conversation and consultation are totally free. QC Kinetics, call 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298.
There's nothing like the neighborhood spot on game day. Every stool's taken, every screen's on. 1 minute, you're surrounded by strangers. The next, you're high-fiving your new best friends. When it's your turn to order, ask for Yuengling Flight, the next generation of light beer. 95 calories, just 2.6 grams of carbs, and flavor that holds its own from kickoff to that final whistle. Light beer that drinks like you mean it. Yuengling Flight, the next generation of light beer. DJ Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle and Brust on 94.5 ESPN. Here's Ben Brust.
Kyle and Brust live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. We're in the sports books in the Annex area. We got the ESPN Fantasy Football Draft coming. The breaking news of the day is that Brown County District Attorney's Office filed criminal charges against the Green Bay Packers running back Josh Jacobs in connection to his May arrest. There are no felony charges that were brought against the 28-year-old. And none of the charges are related to domestic violence, but the prosecutors have charged Josh Jacobs with 2 misdemeanors. And, Kyle, you have the rest for me written out here.
Yeah, there was a statement from the Brown County District Attorney's Office, and they filed a criminal complaint charging Josh Jacobs with 2 offenses. A criminal complaint is nothing more than a written informal accusation. And so basically, according to the criminal complaint filed Thursday in Brown County Circuit Court, the 28-year-old NFL star allegedly threw his girlfriend to the ground during an argument over cell phones, causing her to strike her head. So, so again, this is all alleged.
Read the whole. Why are you leaving out the details? Like, read what it is.
Yeah, and so in addition to that, what they're saying is that the victim told police that she confronted Jacobs about finding messages from other women on his phone. The confrontation escalated into a multi-minute physical struggle as she tried to retrieve her own primary cell phone from Jacobs. The victim reported that she attempted to exit through the garage door. Jacobs grabbed her and threw her to the floor. Officers noted visible redness on her face and neck and felt a physical lump on the back of her head. So Jacobs is facing 2 Class A misdemeanor charges, which carry a maximum penalty of 9 months in jail and a $10,000 fine.
So there's the information that's been given from Brown County. Now, what Josh Jacobs now goes through is the process of the court. And the interesting part about all this is it comes at a really interesting time for the Green Bay Packers. From the season coming. He had just joined the team, and this happened in May. Mm-hmm. They said they were going to conduct this investigation. And again, I'm not a cop. I'm not a lawyer. It just is the timing sucks for Josh Jacobs and the Green Bay Packers. But they've known about this. And as you mentioned, Goody himself, from a football standpoint, said that they feel good about the people that they have in the room if Josh Jacobs were to be suspended. So it's not ideal. No matter what way you slice it, he's innocent until proven guilty. He's going to go through the justice system. He's going to be, with a lawyer and attorney, and I'm sure there'll be a whole case about this to figure out, because he may not be charged. We don't know. This is alleged, and until, again, innocent
can you hear
until
me?
proven guilty.
In the terms, and when it comes to the Green Bay Packers, right, it doesn't matter whether or not he is found guilty of any of this. The NFL doesn't need to wait, because the NFL has their own personal conduct that they expect players to live up to. And so that's why at this point, based off the information that we saw, again, we have no idea, but I would assume that the NFL is going to come down with something for Josh Jacobs, and I'm talking about the impact for the Packers this year, and this is a big loss for the Green Bay Packers simply because they are not prepared. They're not prepared at the running back position for Josh Jacobs to be out for any significant amount of time, because they have a running back in Marshawn Lloyd who has not played any significant snaps in an NFL game.
I can't hear
have a
you,
running
but if
back
you
in
can hear
Chris
me, I
Brooks,
just
who has
texted you.
simply just been a
We
third down
had
guy, a
some
block
breaking
guy,
news
a
with a
pass
Packers
catching
player
guy.
getting
He hasn't been
charged,
a guy that you are
and I'm
depending on
trying to
to be your running back. You
reschedule
have a guy in Pierre
everything
Strong who probably wasn't
because
going
they had to
make
jump
the
into like
roster
breaking
if
news
Josh
mode.
Jacobs
But
didn't
if
have
you
this
see
hanging
this,
over
hit
his
me
head,
back.
whether or not he be suspended or not. So this is a big day for the Green Bay Packers in the sense of we do not know. Okay, we do not know whether or not Josh Jacobs will be available for the Packers. And in the sense of, does this make the Packers better? Hell no, it does not. It does not. So I'm separating life and sports. In life, it's a terrible situation and disgusting situation. In sports and football, it is bad for the Green Bay Packers as a team, and the Packers need to figure out what they're going to do moving forward because, again, Josh Jacobs may be gone, and the Packers are not prepared like Goody believes they are. Do you believe they're prepared to not have Josh Jacobs?
I do not. I do not believe. And TC, you should just know that you are being heard on the YouTube stream if you're talking to anybody. That's just an FYI. You're not talking to us. I don't know who you're talking to. But
I can bring you behind the scenes. So we were supposed to have Nigel Morgan, our Yingling legend, and I was talking down the line to him. That should not have gone over YouTube, but I was kind of just telling him we were rescheduling with the breaking news today. So that's what that was. So that's all I heard. I didn't say anything bad, which is cool. Yeah. That's good.
Okay. Well, but now they have that figured out. You asked me, do I feel like the Packers are prepared if anything were to happen? Absolutely not, Kyle. Yeah. Absolutely not. Chris Brooks is a third down back who can block. Marshawn Lloyd has been brittle. He's played one game in the NFL. He has not looked I don't want to say the part, but he hasn't looked like someone who in year 3 running the football is hitting holes. He's really jumpy, makes a bunch of cuts. Like you don't really know because you also don't really know. He's never played in a real game, but with what you've seen in preseason, it's not like he's been the star of training camp. And you're oh my gosh, I can't believe, when Josh Jacobs is out for a couple downs, Marshawn Lloyd's going to be in there. He's going to be so explosive. He's going to be this. He's going to be this. He's going to be this. We haven't heard any of that. The only thing we heard about Marshawn Lloyd was he was so excited to score a touchdown that he did a backflip, and the coaches had to yell at him. Mm-hmm. Other than that, we've seen the very average yards per carry, this indecisiveness that he's had running the football in preseason. And so it is – I mentioned it yesterday. I don't know if there's anyone out there on the street or maybe that's going to get cut, but you need to – go all in on all options with the unknown because we don't know if there's going to be punishment for the NFL. We don't know what's going to happen in the Brown County case with Josh Jacobs in a legal matter.
Just such an embarrassing situation for this organization.
He's captain.
And absolutely embarrassing situation for the organization. And when you look at the depth that the Packers have, when you take away Josh Jacobs and you just look at Marshawn Lloyd, Chris Brooks, and Pierre Strong Jr. Pierre Strong Jr. has the most career rushing yards out of anybody that they have right now, out of the running back room that you're probably going to have moving forward, and that's 499 yards. So that is something that should be extremely, extremely concerning for the Green Bay Packers moving forward, that the best back on your roster is a guy that probably would maybe not have made the roster had it not been for the Josh Jacobs situation, and he only has 499 career yards. That is not a team that's serious about winning a championship. It's not.
And again, I think it's bigger to me, Kyle, with again, we don't know what's going to happen. But you can play scenarios out, right?
You gotta play the worst case scenario.
And that's what I've been asking you. Worst case scenario, Josh Jacobs is out for half the season, suspended for 10 games, 12 games, a whole season. We don't know. I don't know the worst case scenario. But my point is, what's your confidence level in this team being able to reach their goals without Josh Jacobs?
Listen, there's a reason why the Packers invested the amount of money they did at the running back position. You're talking about a running back that signed a 4-year, I want to say $48 million deal. That's $12 million a year to a running back. That's not pennies. That was a solid contract that he was given. So showing how much the Packers invested in that running back position shows you how much they value it. It shows you that they believe that it is something that's important in this offense. And when you look at during the tenure of Matt LaFleur, he has been fortunate enough to have an Aaron Jones at running back that was a dynamic running back that made defenses have to pay attention. And then they were able to sign Josh Jacobs. So this team under Matt LaFleur and then also with Jordan Love at quarterback, he hasn't had to have life where he hasn't had Josh Jacobs for a significant period of time. Josh Jacobs was beat up a little bit, but not having him just as an overall threat, that's something he hasn't had to deal with. So, again, this this poses a big problem for the Green Bay Packers offense, because just as we were thinking we were going to have the four horsemen at wide receiver and tight end, now all of a sudden you don't know what you're going to have at running back, and what you do know at running back is going to be inexperienced. Because I don't know if he's going to be suspended, but my confidence level, if you told me to go bet, I would bet yes.
On him being suspended?
I would bet yes of him missing time or him being suspended, absolutely.
Again, Josh Jacobs was charged by Brown County. They'll go through the court process, but the NFL can also do whatever they want that they feel is necessary from a suspension standpoint. I am at a place now where you say if you were to bet he'd be suspended. I'm not even going to go there. It's the fact that this comes at a time where it could not be any worse for the Green Bay Packers from a football standpoint. It could not come at a worse time. Jordan Love, as you kind of hit on Aaron Jones, do you know when Jordan Love was at his best?
Yeah.
Those last really 4 games of the season where Aaron Jones was unbelievable in that outside zone, 100-plus yards in 3 straight games, while Jordan Love was being that unbelievable quarterback. Now, the opportunity that I've also talked about, not that anyone's been rooting for this, for Josh Jacobs to have something bad happen to him or be suspended or whatever happens. He made his own decisions. He made his choices, and whatever happens, happens. The scary part is they could become so one-dimensional that liberating Love may not be a good thing. We've talked about liberating Jordan Love and, let the offense be a pass-first offense. Let him throw the 4 horsemen, Tucker Kraft, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Matthew Golden. If you have no balance, that's not good for this offense.
No,
and you already have a questionable offensive line as it is. And if you have a questionable offensive line, what was Josh Jacobs able to do last year? Even though it wasn't ideally what you wanted, he was hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he was able to make something out of nothing. You know why? Because he once led the NFL in rushing.
Yeah,
and he had 1,000 yards on first down alone in 1,800-yard season 3 years ago with the Raiders. That's experience that you cannot replace with anybody at this point in the season, even if you pick some guy up off free agency.
No, and again, that's why it is significant that the Packers find a way to fill this void that they're going to have with Josh Jacobs not being there. Again, that is going to be one of the bigger issues, is that do I believe the Packers can compete with Jordan Love slanging that thing? Yes. But it's not just about competing. It is about putting together a full 60 minutes of football, having a well-oiled offense, and there is not one team in the league that is going to win a championship simply by throwing the ball. Even when the Packers didn't have the best running game when Aaron Rodgers was a quarterback, they still had a little bit of a threat with James Starks, right? You got to have somebody that threatens the defense, somebody that can actually pick up first downs. That is what the Packers are missing. And who knew we would be sitting here on August 27th wishing we had Emmanuel Wilson back?
That is a crazy statement.
No, I
never would have.
Because again, at least with Emmanuel Wilson, not saying he's some stud running back, but you know what you're going to get from him. You know what his capabilities are. He's not a superstar, but he's somebody who understood the offense, somebody who could be reliable to a sense, and somebody that you think that, all right, well, teams aren't just going to let him, they're not just going to put nobody in the box. The Packers will be able to hand him off the ball. He can rip off something. So, again, this is just unfortunate on the football side. It's unfortunate in everything, but focus on the Packers. This is unfortunate for the Green Bay Packers, and Goody did not prepare the team for this. And seeing a signing like Jonnu Smith, you need to keep working the phone lines. You got to.
Jason Wilde going to join us on the Yingling Hotline next, but if you missed it, I do want to give you all the information that you need to know. I guess Wilde's going to join us at 3:30, but the Brown County District Attorney Office filed a criminal complaint with Joshua Jacobs with 2 criminal offenses. They are misdemeanors. A criminal complaint is nothing more than a written formal accusation against the defendant alleging the commission of criminal offenses and does not raise any inference of guilt, again, innocent until proven guilty. The Hobart Lawrence Police Department was dispatched to Jacobs' residence at 8:37 a.m. on May 23rd after a 911 call featuring yelling and swearing. The victim told police that she confronted Jacobs after finding messages from other women on his phone. The confrontation escalated into a multi-minute physical struggle as she tried to retrieve her primary cell phone from Jacobs. The victim reported that as she attempted to exit through the garage door, Jacobs grabbed her, threw her to the floor. Officers did notice visible redness on her face, neck, and a physical lump on the back of her head. A subsequent digital forensic examination of the home's garage surveillance video completed in July corroborated the victim's account, showing Jacobs taking the victim's phone while she was on the phone, returning 40 seconds later to damage it. damage it. Jacob's facing 2 Class A misdemeanors, and we will then go from there. As we mentioned, Goody said on Wednesday that the team was preparing for any possibility with the uncertainty around Josh Jacobs' status. There it is for you. That's the news. I read it. I'm not a lawyer, but I can tell you what is happening. We will continue on with Kyle and Brust and how this affects the Green Bay Packers specifically, because I am not a lawyer. You're not a lawyer. You're not a cop. I'm not a cop, and we didn't do it.
Never would. It's a shame. Be better.
Well, again, innocent until proven guilty.
No, I'm just saying.
If the video corroborates it, that's not good for him.
No,
but
just,
we just don't know.
We don't want to put ourselves in these type of situations in life.
More next.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust.
Trust me. What do you mean trust you?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Starting off with an accident on southbound 43 to westbound 94 in the Marquette on the left shoulder. A crash there, so that's going to be affecting your ride. Delays already starting from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette. Also, delays continuing all the way down towards the KK River. Westbound 94, we've got backups from 27th Street 27th Street to Hawley Road. The eastbound side's got some backups as well from 84th to 68th and back on the brakes from the Stadium to 35th. Southbound on 894, backing up right through the Zoo interchange all the way down to Oklahoma, and then back on the brakes from Beloit Road down and around the Hale to Forest Home. Don't miss Snap-on's IndyCar Weekend, August 28th through the 30th at Milwaukee Mile at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Get your tickets at milwaukeemile.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight, partly cloudy skies, low of 63. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 78. Weather is brought to you by the Wisconsin Card Show. It returns September 11th through the 13th at Milwaukee's Baird Center. Sports cards, Pokemon, vintage cards, and Brewers autograph signings. Tickets at wisconsincardshow.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Yeah, coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Toscher here, and when it comes to orthopedic care, you want expertise you can trust. That's why I want to personally introduce you to MoMA, the Midwest Orthopedic and Musculoskeletal Alliance. MoMA brings together the orthopedic physicians, pain management specialists, clinics, and affiliated services that have delivered award-winning orthopedic and pain care across greater Milwaukee for decades, now working together under one name. Learn more or schedule an appointment. Visit MoMaMKE.com. That's MoMaMKE.com, and let them get you back to your game.
National Sandwich Month is here, and Cousins Subs is celebrating all month long with exclusive rewards for Cousins Club members. Join Cousins Club today and unlock special offers, bonus points, and extra ways to earn rewards every time you order throughout August. It's our way of helping you get even more from your favorite subs. From classics to grill-to-order favorites and deli fresh subs, there's always something delicious to discover at Cousins Subs. Celebrate National Sandwich Month with Cousins Club and start earning rewards today. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling, trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
Selling your home is more than putting a sign in the yard. It's about having the right team beside you. I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams. We help relieve unnecessary stress with our team's expert listing process, strong negotiation skills, and fast, clear communication. Our white glove service experience is provided at every price point and every step of the way. Start your home journey today by searching online, Tony Wendorf. Tony Wendorf & Associates, a real estate team driven by faith, gratitude, and results.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Steinhoffel's Labor Day sale is here. Now is the perfect time to go to Steinhoffel's to upgrade your home the way you want to. So don't miss out on their Labor Day sale. Right now you can save up to 30% on furniture and home decor, plus get a free, you heard it, a free 65-inch or 85-inch TV with a qualifying purchase. Let me say that one more time. When you shop at Steinhoffel's, you can get a free 65 or 85-inch TV with a qualifying purchase, perfect for the football season. You'll also save big on all the top mattress brands with 60 months of 0% financing. But don't wait. These Labor Day savings won't last. Shop in store or online at steinhoffels.com.
It is Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin, live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Excited to see all the great fans of ESPN Wisconsin swing down for the fantasy football draft tonight. I think this news is very, very big.
Massive for the Packers.
It is massive for a lot of reasons, and I just, again, want to continue to clarify because the initial reports were about domestic abuse. The charges filed by Brown County on Josh Jacobs today were not domestic abuse. They were misdemeanors of battery and I'm missing the other one.
Damage. I think criminal property.
Damage to property. So again, still not a great thing for anyone to have to go through. The hard part about having to talk about the situation is there's things that we just don't know, which is the honest truth. He's innocent until proven guilty. There's a statement made by the victim that Brown County released.
You said innocent to proven guilty, yes, in the law, but the NFL
and that's the part is in the NFL's eyes, they can look at the actions in what has been put out in the police report, and they can deem that what he did is enough for
if they say they have
suspension.
If they say they have stuff on camera, they have calls, they have pictures and different things like that. Again, innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, but the NFL does not give a damn about that. The NFL can look at all this evidence and say, you can go to a jury, and the jury can figure it out. You can have a lawyer say whatever he wants, but based off what we see, if it smell like a duck, it quack like, or smell like a duck. If it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, and quack like a duck, it might be a damn duck, and the NFL
Something
ain't
you
gonna
haven't
win.
mentioned as well, Kyle, is like the Green Bay Packers, like they themselves have not an opportunity. They have a decision to make as well on what stance their public opinion is as well.
No, that's very true, and that one will have to play out definitely in the court when it comes to that.
Yeah,
you
have the court system,
yeah.
You have the Green Bay Packers, and you have the NFL. There's three buckets here, and then there's the football season, which is crazy that it's like 3 weeks away, and from people who care about the wins and losses side of things, this isn't a great thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to just be very honest. This is Josh Jacobs. More than regardless of what the outcome is, this is probably Josh Jacobs' last season with the Green Bay Packers. I mean, I think
the Packers typically don't have a lot of character issue guys, and again, this is all alleged. I have to keep saying that because I'm not an expert.
Yeah,
and I don't know what he did.
And after this season, the dead cap hit is only $3 million. So I wouldn't be surprised because we already thought that Josh Jacobs being back next season was already going to be a stretch.
He was kind of hit his time frame with the Packers.
And I would guess that this would probably be Josh Jacobs' last season with the Green Bay Packers. But regardless, when we focus on the football side of things, again, this is just not only bad timing for the Packers. It's just the Packers have not prepared themselves to be without a running back. You talked about the running back position, but also the offensive line. You said before, the offensive line is not good enough. They're trying to figure out who's going to be the starting guards right now. Like, you don't know who's going to start at left guard because of, the Aaron Banks and the injuries. You don't know if Burden is going to be ready to start at right guard. You don't know if Monk is going to be ready day one. He might be healthy, but will he be good day one is a big question mark. Zebach just said yesterday that, does he feel ready to go week one right now? And he says, I'll be ready to go. He didn't say he feels ready right now, but he says he'll be ready to go. So the offensive line could be an absolute disaster. And what makes it worse is that you don't have a good running back that can at least cover up some of that just purely being talented. So the Packers offense, yes, it still can be good, but this is not a positive for them moving forward into the season. I don't give a damn who they start the season with. You want to start building chemistry. You want to start clicking on all cylinders. You can't do that if you don't know what you're doing at the running back position.
Yeah, and another thing that is, I've been thinking about is this incident happened in May
23rd, I believe.
And so if there's video, in all the reasons, this is just a question, right? I don't know if there's video corroborating. I said it right. The evidence from what the victim has said about what happened. I just don't understand the timing of how long. And again, that's where I don't know either, right?
That I don't know. And to be honest with you, I'm personally not concerned with it because my whole thing was there enough evidence for him to be charged? And if there is enough evidence for him to be charged,
then the NFL will likely
what's the implication for the NFL? And that's what I'm thinking about. Again, you got to separate the personal side from this is a terrible situation that anybody has to face, and then you got to think about and the Packers side where this is just the Packers are not prepared, and I put that all on Goody. Like the Packers can't just march out there with Marshawn Lloyd and feel confident that this offense is going to be right. Now, I may be wrong about that, and Marshawn Lloyd all of a sudden can find his flow, but it seems to me what I've seen in preseason is that Marshawn Lloyd, he needs to kind of rev up a little bit. He needs
one
to be
game in 2 years. There's no way that anyone could say with confidence with the evidence of what you've seen from him that he could be a 17-game every down back.
And the way we're judging him is we're judging him as a backup. We're judging him as somebody who has not played too many games. And now, if you have to judge him as a starter, let's just call it what it is. Marshawn Lloyd is not ready to be the Green Bay Packers starting running back day one. He has not displayed anything on the field as a running back. Great pass catcher out the backfield, great touchdown, I love that. But consistency as a running back, nobody is walking away saying, oh yeah, I can't wait for Marshawn Lloyd to be that running back. Nobody's even saying, oh, watch out, Josh Jacobs, Marshawn Lloyd's looking good. There's running backs across the NFL who are doing that, and Marshawn Lloyd ain't one of them.
Jason Wilde's going to join us on the Yingling guest hotline as we're live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Josh Jacobs has been charged by Brown County for 2 misdemeanors. We will get the latest from him and his opinions and his knowledge versus ours, and we'll put our brains together to see where we all come out of the conversation. Just not good on all counts. It's a shame. You do your best every day to put yourself in situations where you're not in that, and ultimately your decisions get you to where you are, and you got to move on and live with it, and there are consequences with actions, and we'll see what happens in the court of law, what the Green Bay Packers say, and what the NFL does. So we'll discuss all of that next with Jason Wilde.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust.
If you suck, I'm going to say you suck.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 41, we've got some backups from Good Hope Road all the way past Appleton Avenue. Northbound slowing down just before Capitol Drive up to Hampton. Southbound 43, we still have this crash on the ramp from southbound to westbound in the Marquette. Westbound 94, that is. The left shoulder is blocked right now with that. So obviously seeing delays stretching all the way back to Capitol Drive with it. We've also got some delays just before Good Hope Road to Bender Road. On eastbound 94, delays now from 84th Street to 68th. Back on the brakes from the stadium to 35th. And westbound's backing up from 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Traffic is brought to you by Geist Garage Doors. For over 70 years, Geist Garage Doors has been the local trusted name for garage door sales, service, and repair. Visit GeistDoors.com and don't think twice, call Geist. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, partly cloudy skies, low of 63. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 78. The Wisconsin Card Show returns September 11th through the 13th at Milwaukee's Baird Center. Sports cards, Pokemon, vintage cards, and Brewers autograph signings. Tickets at wisconsincardshow.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Good Karma Sports is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with Good Karma Sports, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmasports.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmasports.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jen Latta. I've spent my career around athletes, coaches, and people looking for an edge. That's why I was so impressed when I visited Revival in Brookfield. From kickboxing-inspired fitness, Kaiser cutting-edge performance training, yoga, bar, Pilates, and a suite of recovery experiences that include red light therapy, infrared sauna, cold plunge, and contrast therapy, Revival is redefining fitness and wellness all under one roof. Limited Tier 1 memberships are now available while they last. Schedule a tour today at revivalbrookfield.com.
For 250 years, America has moved forward together. One generation, one family, one community at a time. At the Kunis Auto Group, we're proud to celebrate 250 years of freedom, progress, and the journeys that unite us. To mark this historic milestone, we're giving away 11 brand new vehicles with a total retail value of more than $250,000. Go online for one entry. Plus, enter in person at any Kunis Auto location, and it counts for 10 entries. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. It's our way of saying thank you to the communities we serve and the customers who trust us to be part of their journey. Plus, we have over 1,776 vehicles under 30 grand group-wide, with payments for every budget. Happy 250th anniversary, America. Let's keep America moving together. See official rules and find your nearest location at shopkunis.com.
Enjoy Ozaukee County's premier golf destination, The Bog in Saukville. Featuring 18 championship holes designed by legendary golfer Arnold Palmer, The Bog offers a golf experience unlike any other for all skill levels. But The Bog is more than just golf. It's the perfect setting for corporate events, weddings, and group outings. Our team brings every detail to life. Play the finest greens of Wisconsin, then enjoy a bite to eat in our restaurant or out on our new patio bar overlooking the 18th green. It's time to golf, Wisconsin. It's time to enjoy The Bog.
The 25th annual A Novel event is coming. Sharp's yearly fundraiser will happen on September 10th from 5 to 8 p.m. at American Family Field. Two-time National League All-Star and one of MLB's brightest young stars, Jacob "The Miz" Mizorowski, will be the featured guest. Funds raised at a Novel event will support the delivery of Sharp's STEAM-based education program to thousands of K-3 through 5th grade students and educators across Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
Let the good times roll. Kyle and Brust are back on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel in the annex by the Sportsbook, it's Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin. Joining us now on the Yuengling guest line is Jason Wilde, host of Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon across these various stations, writes for Channel 3000. And Jason, thank you for joining us as we have been doing our best to digest the information in an appropriate way to share with the audience what is going on with Josh Jacobs. I guess I would toss it to you and say, what do you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think I know everything that you guys do from reading the criminal complaint. And, I mean, there are some specifics in there that do not shine a very positive light on Josh Jacobs' behavior, obviously. So it's concerning, and you can certainly understand, based on the allegations, why we are where we are today. Again, you know, it's interesting that the process took as long as it did, but even Josh Jacobs' attorneys, acknowledging the process that the Brown County District Attorney's Office went through to arrive at this. It was obviously a very thorough investigation that took a very long time, and now we've landed on 2 misdemeanor charges of battery and criminal damage to property. But if you read further into that police report or criminal complaint, it is troubling, to say the least.
Yes, I have shared that, just for context. And again, I look at this in 3 ways, right? You have the court of law, the innocent until proven guilty. They've made their statements. He's charged for alleged things. I also think it's interesting that Goody talked on Wednesday being prepared for situations around Josh Jacobs. It'd be interesting what the Packers say after this has come out. And then my major question is, what do you think the NFL – do you have any examples in the past of maybe because someone was charged, can the NFL now do something because it maybe is against the league conduct policy? What do you know from those 3 standpoints? Maybe more the Packers than the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, look, this could, let's be honest, the Packers could, if they wanted to, and I'm not saying they will, but players have been released for charges, right? I mean, Terrion Arnold, the corner for the Lions, was released as it related to all those charges. He was not convicted. He did not reach a plea agreement. He was released based on the charges levied against him. Now, at the same time, the Seattle Seahawks went out and signed him, right? So do the Packers decide that they're just going to move on from Josh Jacobs? I don't know what Goody might be thinking there, and I don't know how he views this situation. I don't quite understand, what Goody was getting at, and if he had any idea when he talked to us yesterday that this was going to be released today. He certainly did not indicate that he did, but he may very well have known. There are different lengths of suspensions that can be handed down if the league chooses to do that. There's a lot of moving pieces here. Now, the NFL spokesman Brian McCarthy saying that they continue to monitor developments and saying that this has been under review and will continue to be under review. So, that old saying about, well, we're aware of the statement or we're aware of the reports, and we'll have no further comment at this time. I mean, the NFL is saying that it's paying attention, and that does matter. And so I don't know where they go from here. I don't think anybody knows for certain. As far as whether guys get suspended based on allegations or charges, I think historically what has happened and what could very well happen to, say, Terrion Arnold, is they're placed on the commissioner's exempt list. So they're not suspended per se, but they are unable to play at the same time while the case goes through its process. So that is certainly one of the possibilities here.
Jason Wilde joining Kyle and Brust live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. We're in the annex of the Sportsbook. Very excited to see all the fans for the ESPN Wisconsin Fantasy Football Draft. Jason's on the Yingling guest hotline with us.
No, Jason, Goody did say yesterday that he felt like the team was prepared if Josh Jacobs were going to miss any time or be suspended by the NFL. Do you believe the Packers, based off the running back depth chart that they have, are actually prepared to be without Josh Jacobs?
Yeah, that's a good question, Kyle. From a purely football perspective, I think part of it would obviously rely on how long he would be either on the commissioner's exempt list or on some sort of suspension. But let's be honest, I mean, with him coming off of the knee injury he had last season and then missing time with the groin injury, I'm not sure he looked, let's say this incident never would have happened, which I think everybody wishes was the case. If it never happens and he's not in this situation, I'm still not sure you feel great about their depth. right? Like you've got Marshawn Lloyd, who we're all pulling for because we want him to stay healthy after everything he's been through. But he hasn't been like ultra productive in his 2 preseason appearances. He has that touchdown, which was great. You've got Chris Brooks, who started the training camp on the non-football injury list with a hamstring injury he suffered while training. But he doesn't strike me as a potential workhorse back. And then you've got Pierre Strong, who we don't even know if he's going to make the team or not. So you're looking at basically a number of question marks regardless of Josh's status. So I don't know, like, I don't blame Goody for getting up there and saying we feel good about where we're at running back, because what is he going to say, right? He can't get up there and say, yeah, we've really kind of mismanaged this, and now if Josh is going to get suspended, we're going to have to kind of hustle to get ourselves some running back help. Like, you know, what he did say was that what you would expect of, you know, they're open to adding other running backs if they need to, and they'll do that. But the bottom line is that, you know, I didn't think that they were in particularly strong shape at running back before this incident happened on May 23rd.
As we're talking with Jason Wilde here on Kyle and Brust, Josh Jacobs formally charged by Brown County on Thursday with 2 misdemeanors for alleged misdemeanor battery and criminal damage to property. You know, Jason, where I wanted to sort of go next is, I don't know if it was you who said it or somebody else, but it almost felt like from a football perspective, the Green Bay Packers have had more questions arise since the start of training camp, and this only adds to it. Could this situation, and we don't know what the situation will be in terms of punishment, derail the ultimate goal of this team?
Well, I mean, look, I don't know what's ultimately going to happen, but I would say this: you never want this kind of stuff. I mean, first of all, just as a human being, however this is viewed and who did what and whatever else, you don't want this kind of situations to happen at all, period. So I think that's number one. Number two, as a football team, you want as much certainty as you can get about the players that are going to be available to you, about how you expect them to play based on the evidence you have. And you don't want distractions. 3. And, you know, I have been intrigued by how this is, you know, I don't think, let me be clear, I don't think the Packers have done anything wrong. I'm not saying that. But, you know, I mean, he practiced all camp. This has been hanging over the situation for nearly 3 months now. I just, you know, it's been interesting to see how the time it took. Now, again, I don't know if you guys read it on the air or not. I was reading the criminal complaint, and the things that he is alleged to have done.
I paused, Jason. I was reading and I paused because I'm like, man, this is it just. And if you're
okay for
right.
context, Jason, it's been a little bit, you know, not like I just want to get the information out there. You know, the victim told police that she confronted Jacobs after finding messages from other women on his phone. The confrontation escalated into a multi-minute physical struggle as she tried to retrieve her primary cell phone from Jacobs. The victim reported that she attempted to exit through the garage door. Jacobs grabbed her, threw her to the floor. Officers noted visible redness on her face and neck and felt a physical lump on the back of her head. The subsequent digital forensic examination of the home's garage surveillance video completed in July corroborated the victim's account, showing Jacobs taking the victim's phone while she was on the floor and returning 40 seconds later to damage it. Jacobs is facing the Class A misdemeanor charges, which carry a maximum penalty up to 9 months in jail and a $10,000 fine. And then it goes back to saying Goody had talked on Wednesday with the team preparing around the possibility of his status. So I figured, I know we've been talking a lot about this, but knowing what has been said is important. But again, he will go through the court system. The Green Bay Packers can make a statement if they want to, and the NFL can now look at this however they want to, as well as USA, and they are monitoring the situation. So I think that's important that people know the context around our conversation.
Yeah, and I'm glad you did that, Ben, because this is not. Do I think Jordan Love is going to elevate his game this year? Right. I mean, this is serious, real world stuff, and it's an uncomfortable conversation for us to have. It's part of our job, certainly, but there is, and I don't want to ever make light of it and just talk about the football aspect, but the football aspect is part of it as well, and I appreciate the way Kyle handled that. So, again, I don't know where this will lead. I think there are a myriad of possible outcomes, and I don't think you can just rule out, just dismiss the idea that the Packers would decide to release him. Like, I'm not saying that's likely.
Jason, I went as far to say that I don't think he's coming back next year. Like that's as far as being a Packers fan. The way what I'm used to with the Packers, he was already on the bubble. Correct me if I'm wrong. Probably come back for a fourth year, anyways. I doubt he comes back next year, right?
Yeah, and again before this,
and that was just
incident,
a football standpoint,
right? And that's exactly, Ben. Like, and before this incident, I want to make sure that I don't want to the accuser, whatever words you're supposed to use when we're talking about this. I try very hard. I don't always succeed, frankly, because this is not something that I spend a lot of time covering, whereas folks that cover courts and the cops beat are much more well-versed on it. But the football component is certainly a question mark. And to your point, like, I did a story before the new league year started of players that could get released, and I did include him on the list.
I remember that.
And I included Aaron Banks on the list. And so I'm certainly not advocating for that. I know that there will be people who will. I'm not also saying, that he shouldn't be released. Like, the reality is the Packers are going to have to decide if this raises to the level of enough of a concern that they are going to choose to act decisively and move on from him. And if they do that, then there is a further football question of what exactly do they plan on doing at the position. Now, again, I don't think their actions up until, August 27th have made it seem as though they were preparing to move on from him. Now, I thought one of the things, Ben, that you read there was important, that the video surveillance, that they received it from the home in July, or that they reviewed it in July. Like, the incident happened on May 23rd, right? And it took until July that they saw the video that confirmed the accuser's account of what happened in the garage. So, again, this is like that leads to even further questions, right? Now, I know his lawyers have issued a statement. I know the Brown County District Attorney and the NFL have both issued statements. I am curious to see what the Packers' statement will be and whether or not they choose to do anything, I don't want to say immediately, but in the short-term aftermath of this news.
One thing I would mention, Jason, and again, it's just only because of the world we live in now with the technology and the access of things. Like, the last thing that anyone would want is for anything to get out during this process that Jacobs is going through. If there is a video that somehow gets leaked, like, and then he's still on the team, that could look bad on the Pack. Like, there's so many things that everyone will have to think through from an image standpoint and what is best, for everyone in this whole situation. So,
well, Ben, that's a really good point because, I think we can all agree that the NFL was not a league that took these types of situations maybe as seriously as
until Ray Rice's video surfaced.
Correct, and the video, like, they had already ruled on his suspension, if I recall. I don't remember the specifics of it, but they had to backtrack and become much more harsh in their penalizing of him because the video was made available. And you make a really good point about
what are you willing to stand by your player on? Again, regardless of innocence until proven guilty, just the simple optics. And, the Packers, he is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But the Packers are a, private, I know they're owned by the community and everything else, but they get to decide who works for them. And I'll be very curious to see, this is a pretty significant situation that now Ed Policy and Brian Gutekunst and Matt LaFleur will be looking at. Because I think for a lot of folks, the amount of time that had passed between the incident and where we are today, I got the sense that there were a lot of people that just thought that this was not going to be as concerning as now today it suddenly feels.
Well, Jason, I believe we will see you in a little bit, right, at Potawatomi Casino Hotel?
I am. I just left Lambeau, and I need to get on the road to come see you guys next.
Well, we appreciate the time with us on Kyle and Brust and look forward to seeing you in person.
All right, guys. Thanks. Take care. Be good.
That's Jason Wilde on the England Guest Hotline, and we will have more with you from Potawatomi Casino Hotel next.
It's in Kyle and Brust.
Roughish-ly.
What two words
did
did he combine? He wanted to combine partially with rough.
Yeah, roughish-ly.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on September 8th.
Fly ball center field. It's hit well. Grisham back. It is gone!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
Got him swinging. Throw him a curveball. It's 11 Ks for Mizorowski.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Tune in September 8th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
It's a summer of big wins with WinFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Just play with your Potawatomi Rewards card for entries and your chance to win cash and reward play all summer long. Then keep the excitement going because all your monthly drawing entries roll over into the WinFest final drawings on September 25th, where you could win cars, dream vacations, free play, and cash. Don't miss out on WinFest, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Trying to keep up with the 21st century can really get you down.
When you need a break, come to Kessler's. We'll turn your day around.
We have good air conditioning.
And we love making new friends.
The coffee's better than average.
Because we want you to come back again.
We want to be your jeweler.
My father told you for 29 years that he wanted to be your jeweler. He put that desire in everyone he hired.
And then he gave us the company.
He transformed our lives and gave us the most fun job on earth. It's easy to sell jewelry when you sell it for less than it's worth.
Come and take a look at our engagement rings.
And of course, we have thousands of other things. When you're having an overcast day, come to Kessler's. We're going to turn your day around. Free jewelry cleaning done by world-class professionals. While you drink your good coffee in a room full of diamonds and gold. Makes you feel better, no matter what you've been told.
One thing you definitely want to see before you're done
Is our exclusive Kessler 81.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Michelle Smallman.
For you to say that the fans are disrespectful, quite frankly, is audacity on a level that I didn't even know existed. You have only played 19 games for this franchise, not only because of injury, which is outside of your control, but because you served an 11-game suspension because of actions that were in your control. The fans were put in an impossible position. Cleveland Browns fans are incredibly loyal. They love their city. They love this franchise. It's an emotional conundrum for you to have to abandon that because the team elected to push their morals to the side and bring this guy in because they thought that he would be good at football. When he wasn't good at football at all, they have every right to let him and let this organization know how they feel. And I can't believe he's delusional enough to get in front of a podium and somehow think it's their fault.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
Have no fear, the chaos is here. Lucky you. This is Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust here to tell you about Road America. Kyle and I had a great time at America's National Park of Speed. On Tuesday, it's located conveniently for you in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, between Milwaukee, Green Bay, and Madison. Stay for the weekend, camp on site, bring the family, because kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. It's the way racing is supposed to be enjoyed, with those hillside views, open paddocks, 640 acres of space for you to roam around. The GT World Challenge is up next, the 28th through the 30th. You come for that experience, and you stay for the race, and you get those tickets at roadamerica.com. It's roadamerica.com. Man, Kyle, I had a whole different plan today.
Sure did. I was excited for our draft today, and then
I'm still excited for the ESPN Wisconsin Fantasy Football Draft.
100%,
but
100%.
There's some real life stuff happening, like some bad things that again are alleged in a criminal case against Josh Jacobs from Brown County. Josh Jacobs' lawyers have made a statement. We have the Brown County statement. The thing that, again, I keep coming back to is, and Rob Domofsky of ESPN, his story that he posted had what does that say at the end there?
Awaiting a statement from the Packers.
That's what I am mostly curious on. So if we are able to get, I know we're efforting for some guests that might be able to bring some more light to the conversation, is what are the Green Bay Packers thinking? Because we'll know from the statement if it's very short, right? Like I don't know. Like, are they going to stand behind him?
Well, they've been very supportive.
They've been very supportive. But this is different.
It is.
But you'd like to think that the Green Bay Packers may know what the heck's going on around Brown County.
Yeah, they definitely know what's going on around Brown County.
So the way this all comes out will be interesting. We'll keep you updated on all we know, but not an ideal day for a lot of reasons. Jim, Molly and Jim.
They're right there.
I see them. Hello.
Hey.
They're next on 100.5 ESPN Madison, the damn sports show.
Hey, Wally and Way.
Not saying hi, but they're going to be on Beaver Dam. We continue on 94.5 ESPN.
We're all
YouTube
here.
at ESPN Milwaukee and the ESPN Wisconsin app, live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust
I was raised by Mama Wallace, and Mama Wallace said this is absolutely unacceptable.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Delays on 41 southbound. They're stretching from just before Good Hope Road all the way to Silver Spring. And then you're back on the brakes on the bypass just south of the Zoo Interchange, pretty much all the way down through the Hale. So keep that in mind. On the northbound side, we've got delays from just before Burleigh all the way past Silver Spring. Southbound 43, that earlier accident in the Marquette on the ramp to get onto westbound 94, that has been cleared. We do still have pretty hefty delays, though, from Capitol Drive down through the Marquette, pretty much all the way to the KK River. Westbound 95 I-94 itself is backed up from about 35th Street to Hawley Road. Eastbound, you're looking at delays from Barker Road past Brookfield Road, and then back on the brakes from 84th Street to 35th. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, partly cloudy skies, low of 63. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 78. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance. Because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Every homeowner has a list. That roof, those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A good karma sports radio station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle and Brust on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour is brought to you by Siding Unlimited, the 5-time winner of the National Pella Platinum Premium Certified Contractor of the Year. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on K&B.
We are at Potawatomi Casino Hotel's amazing sports book in the annex. Food's going to be out. Prizes are going to be given away as it is the night of the ESPN Wisconsin Fantasy Football Draft. And very excited to be here. Yes, Kyle.
I just had some of the, I think they call it Cream City coffee. They got
they got great pastries.
The pastries, delicious. Listen,
what if we had something here that doesn't taste good?
I'm trying not to overeat today, so I ate my own lunch, but then you got food, and of course I
need fries. I need fries.
Well, I can't watch you eat in front of me, so I need to have some fries. And then the wonderful folks from Potawatomi here had some extra desserts and pastries from the Cream City Coffee, and I said, well, I got to try a bite of it. It was delicious. I want more.
No self-control over there. He's Kyle Wallace. I'm Ben Brust. You can call, you can text at 800-990-3776. Less is more. YouTube, you can see us at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. For those who have missed it, quite the day in the Green Bay area. Packers running back Josh Jacobs was charged with a misdemeanor battery and misdemeanor criminal damage to property, according to the Wisconsin courts. The formal charges came, which is interesting, 3 months after he was arrested, an alleged domestic violence incident, which is not what he is being charged with now, and a criminal complaint, according to the Brown County District Attorney, is nothing more than a written formal accusation against the defendant alleging the commission of criminal offenses and does not raise any inference of guilt. Mr. Jacobs is presumed innocent of these charges, as this is an ongoing criminal case, and out of respect to the rights of all parties, our office will not have any further comment at this time.
And I think the key thing for everybody to understand is that is what the Brown County
said. I actually have the Jacobs side of things, but I don't think we've actually gotten to it.
I have not heard what Josh Jacobs' attorney said.
So we do have the statement from Jacobs' lawyers. The Brown County District Attorney has reviewed evidence and elected to file misdemeanor charges against Josh that do not include domestic violence, which was initially in the citing in May. That's something they were looking into.
Felonies.
The allegations will be addressed in court and not in the media. Mr. Jacobs respects the district attorney's office and the process it followed.
And so this is where, this is.
I do want to get to some of the details that were shared.
Okay.
Per the criminal complaint, a woman identified as Jacob's girlfriend told officers that she had been looking through Jacob's phone and saw that he was talking to other girls. She became upset and threw his phone. She told Jacobs he could look through her phone and told him to call a car to bring her to Chicago. When she tried to retrieve her phone, Jacobs did not return it, grabbed her arm, and began a physical struggle which lasted several minutes. Later, the complaint said the woman was trying to exit Jacobs' garage, and he grabbed her, threw her to the ground, and struck her head, suffering an injury. The report says a police officer observed redness to her face, neck, and were able to feel a bump on the back of her head. She described that she was in pain of the injuries. She also said Jacobs did not return one of her phone and damaged the other. There is surveillance footage from the camera system in the garage, but not inside the house. So there's where you have it from a details and information standpoint.
Very concerning situation all around. And here's where, again, we separate the messed up situation that happened in life, that this all just seems very terrible. He'll have his day in court. But from the NFL standpoint is, as a Packers organization, what is next for the Packers, right? What should they expect from the NFL? Will the NFL wait until he has his day in court in order to make their decision, or will they use the evidence that is presently out there where NFL garners and gathers that information to make a determination on what's going to happen with him prior to him actually having his day in court? That is the thing that Packers fans, when it comes to the football aspect of it, are going to be curious about. But either way, we've talked about it before. The Packers are not prepared for life without Josh Jacobs, if that's what it comes to. They're just not. Marshawn Lloyd has not shown us enough during the preseason to make anybody feel confident that he can be the workhorse, that he can carry the load for the team. We know Chris Brooks, that's not what he's designed to do. And you just don't know what to expect from guys behind him, because those guys have never been asked to do much in the NFL. And so this is why at this point, when you're talking about cut downs coming, the Green Bay Packers need to be working the phones. The Green Bay Packers need to be checking the waiver wire. The Green Bay Packers need to be in the market to add more depth at running back, because where they are at right now should not make any Packers fan to feel comfortable.
From a football perspective. I just keep thinking if someone's joining right now, it's like when you make a statement about everything that's going on, it's the alleged criminal complaint or the criminal charges with the alleged offenses, and then there's the football side of things from a football perspective, and we're trying to do our best to balance saying what we can and giving the information in front of us, but also giving perspective for people that are curious what the hell is going to happen if he is suspended, which is a possibility with what we've seen
and nobody's
from the NFL.
And nobody's tuning in for us to give our legal analysis on this case.
And I ain't turning my mic on to give legal analysis.
This ain't that channel. Trust me. Neither of us have our JD at all, so we're not qualified to do that. But on the sense of trying to figure out what's next for the Green Bay Packers, that's something that a lot of us are questioning what is next. And that is why I think a lot of fans are thinking, okay, what are they going to do? You know what people ain't saying? I feel good about Marshawn Lloyd. I haven't. Jason Willie joined us. He shared his concern. We got our YouTube, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. I ain't seen nobody say, oh, I'm ready for Marshawn Lloyd. We have 800-990-3776. Have you seen anybody say, I trust in Marshawn Lloyd?
The Carbus Talking text line has not even mentioned his name. If anything, from Ryan from Guanago, run less, more Jordan Love.
And that is, again, if you had a really good backup running back, you wouldn't be concerned about that. So this is why, for the Packers who have aspirations to win the NFC North, the Packers who have aspirations to make it to a Super Bowl, they fully understand with Marshawn Lloyd at running back and the way he has performed so far in the preseason, he ain't the one. There's a reason why you made the investment at the running back position in order to bring in Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, and again, from my perspective right now, I truly am interested how the Packers do handle this. Because, again, Jason Willie and I were discussing this. Ray Rice back in the day, and again, this is not anything to do with Josh Jacobs, but they had ruled on Ray Rice's suspension. and then a video surfaced of assault in an elevator, and then things were upgraded, right? And so while he is on the Green Bay Packers, and we know from the police report that a video corroborated what the victim had said had happened. And there was nothing from Jacobs' attorney when they put out their statement that said anything about the video, right? They said they respect the investigation that was done by Brown County. So then there becomes the fact that if somehow, some way on God's green earth, in the world that we live in, if this video does surface and Josh Jacobs is on the Green Bay Packers, that's a whole thing that I am so glad I'm not a part of the Packers organization trying to figure out an optics and when to do what and how to do what.
As a Packers organization, they should be demanding to see the video. Again, I don't know if they can.
If they can, I don't know.
But they should be demanding to see the video, because the last thing that you want to do as an organization that kind of holds itself in high regard to high standards, you definitely want to see the video so you're able to make the best decision that is best for the Packers.
To get ahead of this so you're not playing from behind.
Listen, we don't know what the end result is going to be, but Josh Jacobs is not bigger than a G.
No doubt. One question that I think is interesting, because I know you pulled this up. If you get his cap hits, that would be great. Josh Jacobs, what is his cap hit if they drop him? Chimes in Drew from, or I guess would be cut him here. Dropping is what we do in fantasy football, which we'll be drafting tonight.
Yeah.
On the Carbless Talk and Text line. I do know that you had said next year it's only a dead cap of $3 million, which is very easy to eat up. I don't know if it were to be right now, if it would probably just be that full amount.
It might be the full amount,
which is
$14 million for his full amount. Might be the cap hit for this year, because I'm not sure exactly when it comes to deadlines for all that. But dead cap is $6.25 million. So again, I don't know when everything kicks in, whether you have to be on the active roster for week 1, where all of a sudden it locks in and kicks in. I am very unsure of that. Not a capologist.
Not a capologist, and also not a legal expert, because someone's now asking me for my legal advice, and I will not fall for that trap.
Don't ask Ben for legal advice, because Ben only knows how to weasel his way out of things into good things. You do. No, you're excellent at it. Are you not?
AJ in Baltimore with some excitement. Hoo. This is the Pierre Strong year. 1,200 yards and 10 tutties.
Okay. Okay.
But you know why it's funny in the football perspective? Because he didn't say Marshawn Lloyd.
Oh, that is funny. And I don't want it to be we're writing off Marshawn Lloyd, because that's not the case. What I'm saying is we have not seen enough from Marshawn Lloyd early in the season. Matter of fact, I was listening to the Homer Hour. I think it was on Monday or last Friday, where Homer was yelling and screaming about, he want Marshawn Lloyd to carry the ball 20-some times, 25 times.
I don't think he's going to scream. He asked the question.
Okay. Well,
and I heard that too, and I was like,
I actually thought it was a good idea. I said
you said in preseason to try it out.
Yeah, I actually said, because I know he kind of got.
Imagine if he got hurt.
Well, I mean,
what do you mean,
if he got
with
hurt,
the uncertainty of Jacobs,
if
then
he got hurt, if he couldn't take 25 seasons in a regular season game, what in the hell makes you think he's going to take 25? He can't take 25 carries in a preseason game. What in the hell makes you think he can't handle 25 carries in a regular season game where the first team defense is going to be out there hitting you hard the whole time?
That I don't know, because we didn't see it. But you can see out your windows clearly.
I can see out my windows very clearly. And if you are looking to upgrade your windows because you're so sick of those old, outdated windows, when you lift them up, you got to work to try to lift them up, all that chip paint. If you want to upgrade your home but you're concerned about the cost, I have the perfect solution for you. It is my friends at Universal Windows Direct. Listen up. Turn up the radio. They have an offer that's hard to beat. So at Universal Windows Direct right now, when you buy 4 windows, you get 4 free. And to make it even easier, guess what? You'll get 48 months of 0% interest financing. So 4 whole years where you don't pay a single penny in interest. Don't wait. Call them today for your free in-home consultation at 414-410-2000. That's 414-410-2000, or visit them at universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free in-home estimate today. Buy 4 windows, get 4 free. 48 months of 0% interest financing. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
More Kyle and Brust live from Potawatomi Sportsbook is next.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust.
Emperor Penguin. You be like, yes.
It looks like every other penguin.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
eastbound 94, seeing delays from Highway F all the way to Brookfield Road. You're back on the brakes then from 84th Street all the way to 35th. The westbound side, that's got some backups from 35th Street to Hawley Road and then just west of the Zoo Interchange all the way to Elm Grove Road. Southbound 43, you're slowing down just south of Hampton and stretching all the way down through the Marquette to the KK River Crossing. It's a slow ride there. The northbound side's backing up over the high-rise bridge all the way to Locust. And then southbound 41, watch for delays from before Good Hope Road down to Silver Spring. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes. You earned it, they help you keep it. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, partly cloudy skies, low of 63. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 78. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Catholic Memorial Football airs here. This Thursday, the Crusaders visit Sun Prairie West. Hear every snap live on 94.5 ESPN and watch the action on ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. Catholic Memorial Football is presented by Tony Wendorf and Associates, D&M Accounting, R&R Insurance, Urchel Real Estate, and Curative Care Network. And brought to you by Home Sealed Exteriors, Perspire Sauna Studio, BC Adhesives, Gerald Nell Incorporated, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, and KMI Construction.
Kevin Moret for Mentality. For our guys wanting to lean up and preserve their muscle mass, nothing is more powerful than combining testosterone therapy with GLP-1s. The TRT builds muscle and fuels metabolism, while GLP-1s target fat stores of the body. Clients currently combining these two revolutionary treatments look better than they have in years. This treatment isn't for everyone, only the guys that want next-level results. Start today at lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
For 250 years, America has moved forward together. One generation, one family, one community at a time. At the Kunis Auto Group, we're proud to celebrate 250 years of freedom, progress, and the journeys that unite us. To mark this historic milestone, we're giving away 11 brand new vehicles with a total retail value of more than $250,000. Go online for one entry. Plus, enter in person at any Kunis Auto location, and it counts for 10 entries. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. It's our way of saying thank you to the communities we serve and the customers who trust us to be part of their journey. Plus, we have over 1,776 vehicles under 30 grand group-wide, with payments for every budget. Happy 250th anniversary, America. Let's keep America moving together. See official rules and find your nearest location at shopkunis.com.
The fastest weekend of the summer is almost here. August 28th through the 30th, the stars of the NTT IndyCar Series return to the legendary Milwaukee Mile for the only doubleheader weekend of the season. 3 days of high-speed action, daring passes, driver appearances, family fun, and wheel-to-wheel racing at the world's oldest operating motor speedway. Be there as championship contenders battle it out at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Don't miss the Snap-on IndyCar weekend. Get your tickets today at wistatefair.com.
Get your final August plans in for Brewers Rangers Action Friday, August 28th through Sunday the 30th. Starting with the Cole Swindell post-game concert at Country Music Night on Friday, featuring a belt buckle with a special ticket. Then it's Jackson Churio Mania. Get the Churio Bowl giveaway Saturday, courtesy of 620 WTMJ. And get it on the Final Kids Cheer Free Sunday before summer ends. Kids get a Churio Height poster on Sunday, courtesy of Joy. Get tickets for it all at brewers.com.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
When your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, do your homework, because you can help somebody you love if you see them in pain. You can get a second opinion.
Because before you schedule surgery, you got to talk to QC Kinetics. I've been to their Mequon location. They have Greenfield as well. Dr. Caravelli's team is amazing in their consultative approach. They have traditional medicine people who have worked in that and have gone to the QC Kinetics team, because if you're dealing with bone-on-bone arthritis or meniscus that's torn or wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation. You can go have a conversation with QC Kinetics that's consultative, that will help show you your options. If you're a good candidate, they will concentrate tiny healing tools within your body in the spot that's causing the pain, and the whole idea is to help you feel better and get a real shot at holding off on surgery. In some cases, you can avoid that altogether. So call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion. They have regenerative treatment for you. Know your options. Call 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
How your ankle feel?
Ankle.
Because didn't you hurt your ankle in high school?
I broke my ankle in high school.
Yeah. Do you ever have any?
They put 2 screws in it. So
Okay, I mean, you do realize that it ain't going to be perfect forever.
No, I mean, so joint pain and a broken bone are very different.
No, I'm just saying, how's your ankle? But I mean, a broken bone, eventually, like, there's going to be something that's going to be painful.
Those 2 screws, I've never had an issue since.
Really?
If anything, playing basketball last night, I woke up and I felt like I got hit by a truck.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, you're weird. You're walking around.
This?
Yeah, you're walking around the office.
I got this. I got my knee.
Yeah, you're walking around the office showing everybody your battle wounds from playing basketball. Yeah, pick up basketball.
It's not pick up. It's a league.
No, okay.
I got one of the Knipples on my team, which is a lot more fun.
Okay.
Not getting my ass kicked by him.
Okay, which is he?
I got Kinston.
He's the sophomore?
He's the junior.
The junior.
Yeah.
So you got a junior and a senior.
Yeah, and a sophomore.
Damn, they just pump. Okay, that was a wrong shout.
They had a lot of kids.
I was talking about she was pumping them out.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
3 back to back. Are y'all gonna do that?
That's a personal question. Damn.
No, I'm just curious.
I mean, based off of evidence, our daughters will be 3 years apart.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I'm 36.
Based off where we're at right now, I think you kind of know the answer. But there has been discussion, if all goes well with birth number 2, that maybe pow.
Yeah, I mean, let's go. Me and my lady, we gonna work on it. And I'm 36, so I told her I'm trying to be done by 40. So we're gonna pump them out.
40 by the time. 18 plus 40 is 58 when they're out the house. I'm just putting it in perspective for you. I just want to put it in perspective for you.
Woo! Dragging them into Social Security, huh? It was worth it.
Oh, and by the way, they'll be on health insurance till like 25 too. So add 7 more years to 58. You'll be 65 paying for their health insurance.
Oh, I'll be damn near. That's.
You're about to tell them to get a job.
Well,
not go to college.
Here's the thing. I lived a really fun life in my 20s. So I don't regret anything.
I'm not telling you to regret it. I was just stating the facts about what your life will look like at 40 having your last kid.
You know what's so crazy though?
God willing.
Is that I went to high school with somebody who she's a teen mom. She got pregnant her freshman year in high school. She's done. She's finished. She's like, her son is grown man. I seen him out one time and I was like, damn, you so and so's son. He said, yeah. I said,
he's in college.
Grown ass man.
He's out the house. I'm living my best life.
She is an empty nester. Meanwhile, I have never had a nest.
Yep. Nope. Just you and baby girl. Been an interesting show to say the least in terms of just navigating appropriately the context that we can share about the news coming out of Green Bay, Brown County charging Josh Jacobs with 2 misdemeanors. Statements from the Brown County's district attorney, statements from Josh Jacobs' lawyer, an account from the victim about what happened, video corroborating.
Hard word, man.
When I saw it, I was able to read it a little easier.
You got to be able to read it. It's English language is difficult, man.
But yes, legal language, not my thing. But we do know that the NFL will continue to look into this, as Jason Wilde said. They are monitoring the situation. They were monitoring it, and I imagine with the news today they were monitoring it even more. You also have the Packers' perspective, which they did show a statement on Wednesday of support that they're prepared if there is a suspension for Josh Jacobs.
Well, it was the general manager making claims that just to me I don't think are real. I don't think it's true.
Well,
I don't think it's true.
And you're talking about the football side of things, where he had said they are prepared to
He trusted who they have
trusting
to death.
their team if he is suspended. So
and as Packers fans, I don't trust the depth that the Packers have. I don't. They should have
Packers
experience.
Perspective, Kyle, it's just you don't have Micah Parsons for a good chunk of the first half of the season.
That's true.
You have a new defense that you're anxious to see. Joint practice happened yesterday against the Cardinals. The first half of it went great. The second half of it didn't go so well. So we're getting close to football, and you from a football perspective, no time's a good time, for anything that's to happen. But specifically, right before you're about to play your first game, isn't ideal with this over the head of the Green Bay Packers.
No, it's not ideal with it over the head of the Green Bay Packers whatsoever. And when you think about the biggest thing that a lot of Packer fans like myself have been talking about is that, just this year is going to be different because, we're not going to have Micah, but eventually we're going to be healthy. We're going to have all our players together.
It's always something, isn't it?
It is always something, right? And this is behavior off the field that, if true, just terrible behavior off the field. But again, he'll have his day in court. But overall, it's not good for the Green Bay Packers that you're not going to have your full team together. The Packers are only going to be at their best when they have their full team together.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. Lists is more. I would also, I know we've talked a lot of Josh Jacobs. I would also not be doing my duty if I didn't let you know that the Miz does pitch tonight.
He does. I'm about to put a bet on him. Easy money.
What are you looking at?
I'm just going to do over 6 strikeouts. Make the quick buck. You gave me some money.
I didn't give you money. I had to take out money for you because you were scared of an ATM fee. But we are going to have somebody join us on our Yingling guest line potentially here shortly, as it's Kyle and Brust. We're live on ESPN Milwaukee, 94.5 ESPN, YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Joining us now is NFL senior insider. He's Adam Schefter. Adam, thank you for joining Kyle and Brust. We've talked about this a lot. I'd love to know from your perspective just what you're hearing from the NFL and the Green Bay Packers on how they're looking at the situation.
Well, obviously it's a disturbing situation right now, and we have them filing charges today. And we're going to wait to see what the discipline is, what comes out of this. And, the league is going to take a look at it. And, we'll see what the discipline is. I think there'll be discipline involved. The question is, what is it and when does it get handed down?
Yeah, and that's the thing here is we've looked at the situation and the timing of it all. The NFL has been monitoring it, and now with more information and news coming out today, I'm sure they'll be monitoring it further. Do you in your time remember any sort of similar precedent in timing or situation similar to this? I mean, that's kind of where my head goes. Is there anything from the past that may give us an idea of the now?
Well, I think that essentially, if it was still a felony, which it's not, it was 2 misdemeanors, that could have landed him on the commissioner's exempt list. That didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think that any issue could play out this season. It could be similar to how the league suspended Von Miller in the middle of the 2024 season once the investigation was complete. If he reaches a legal settlement on the charges in the next couple of weeks, that would expedite the league's investigation under the personal conduct policy. But I think him not being charged with a domestic violence felony was a significant issue here because the baseline suspension for domestic violence in the CBA is 6 games. Von Miller got 4 games for being accused of a domestic incident, and no charges were filed. So I think that gives you the range right there that we're looking at. The league will do their own independent review to see what turns up, but I think you get a sense of where this may be going, maybe.
As your teammate at ESPN, Rob Domofsky, put out a statement from the Packers on his Twitter, at Rob Domofsky. We are aware of the charges brought against Josh Jacobs. We will continue to cooperate with the NFL as we work through the process, and we'll have no further comment at this time. As Adam Schefter joins Kyle and Brust here at Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
And Schefter, you looking forward to the with the Green Bay Packers potentially not having Josh Jacobs. Football side of things, the Green Bay Packers running back depth doesn't look that great. You think the Packers are going to be looking to try to add somebody to that backfield at all?
Yeah, I think they probably will have to do that. They lost Emmanuel Wilson. Chris Brooks is there. Marshawn Lloyd looks healthy. But I think you're going to want to have somebody there in the event that this plays out, whether that's on the practice squad, maybe add an extra back or two on the practice squad to get them versed in your system in the event you lose Josh Jacobs at some point during the season. If there's a name out there that you like anyway, maybe you go add him to the roster. But I definitely think they'll be looking to upgrade the running back position in one form or another, whether that's on the roster, the practice squad, whatever. I think they're going to have to take some steps here to shore up that spot a little bit.
Do you think you could potentially give a range of weeks based off it being not a felony but a misdemeanor if there was discipline put down on Josh Jacobs of how long he may be suspended?
I think I did that. Again, if it was domestic violence, which it's not, because we're not sure, that's an automatic 6-game suspension. Off the top of my head, I'm sure there are many cases that could be comparable, but again, I go back to the Von Miller case. He got 4 games. So, drawing your conclusions from whatever.
Well, yeah. So Packers fans should probably expect some type of suspension being handed down from the NFL to Josh Jacobs due to the misconduct.
Listen. He pled guilty to 2 misdemeanor charges here. Mm-hmm. So if you read the report, I don't know if you've read it, there's some disturbing information in there. It's not like the league is not going to look into that. So I think there are some elements here that the league absolutely will be taking a long, hard, serious look at.
Adam Schefter, we know you got to run. We appreciate you joining us and giving some quick insight as you are a busy guy, and I've been seeing your face up at all of the great TVs here at Potawatomi Sportsbook and working on getting a sponsorship for the Tucker Craft. When will he sign for Jen, Gabe, and Chewy for you?
Kyle and Ben, I appreciate having me today. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
It's Adam Schefter, ESPN Senior NFL Insider. I think, we kind of got the answer really we're looking for is, with his experience, how long are Packer fans looking at Josh Jacobs potentially being out?
And I think the key thing that he referenced was the Von Miller thing, because he even said with Von Miller, it doesn't seem like there were any misdemeanor charges that were placed onto him. And so with that kind of sets the tone that I don't think it will be 6, simply because 6 is the minimum if you're dealing with domestic violence. And Von Miller never even had any charges applied to him, so we're probably looking at a 4-game suspension, 4 to 6 game suspension. And so that's the big thing, is that for Packers fans who might be holding out hope that, maybe he won't get suspended, they may wait to the end of the season, it seems to me that more than likely there's going to be a 4 to 6 game suspension due to the fact that he was charged with those misdemeanors.
That's something I couldn't guess, you couldn't guess, Jason Mullick couldn't guess, but somebody who's been doing this a long time. That helps put in perspective. Again, the only thing I don't know is I'm guessing it would probably be before the season because of the timing of this.
Yeah, we got 2 weeks, so I do believe that you're probably going to be
and the next thing you know, you're heading into the season, and I'd love to know. I think Josh Jacobs was number 8 on Jason Mullick's top 20 Packers heading into the season, and Micah Parsons being number 2. So having 2 of your top 10 guys not be a part of your team early on in the season isn't ideal, and something that the Green Bay Packers are going to have to overcome.
It is something they're going to have to overcome. It is what it is. When things happen off the field, that things happen. Stuff happens off the field. You have to deal with the consequences, and Josh Jacobs has bigger consequences than worried about playing football.
We will get to Brian Balaga at 4:45, and Kyle and I are going to argue about who's going to be the real owner of our
You are
ESPN
the
fantasy.
assistant to the general manager, who is I.
But first, you're going to tell us about your friends.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, if you're looking to upgrade your ring, or you're looking to buy a new engagement ring, or you're looking to propose to somebody like I did, make sure you work with my friends at Paul's Jewelers. I'm telling you, Paul's Jewelers is absolutely phenomenal. I didn't know exactly what I was doing, but I had an idea what I wanted. My baby girl had an idea what she wanted as well. We went into Paul's Jewelers, and they made our dreams come true. I'm telling you, you want to work with experts that can help you every step along the way, and that's exactly what they do at Paul's Jewelers. And something they have going on right now now as well is when you work with Paul's Jewelers, it comes with a lifetime warranty. Yes, you heard that right. A lifetime warranty for refurbishments, repairs, refitting, resizing, all that you need. Their jewelry is handcrafted by experienced local artisans, and they're right here in the Milwaukee area. So make sure you visit Paul's Jewelers in West Dallas on National Avenue and Highway 100, and I promise you, they will take all of that heavy burden of trying to figure out what you want to do for your wedding ring. They'll take care of all of that. They'll show you all the diamond rings, whether they're lab-grown or natural. They are the place to go. So go with the place that makes your life easy but also makes your dreams come true, and that is exactly what they will do at Paul's Jewelers in West Dallas, located on National Avenue and Highway 100.
More next.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust.
Payback is I sure have. I still got a video from a lady talking crazy to me. I said, oh, ma'am, I am writing a review.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 43, backing up from Capitol Drive down through the Marquette down to the KK River. Northbound, you're seeing delays right from the base of the high-rise bridge all the way up to Locust. Also, southbound 41, a heavy ride from Good Hope Road to Silver Spring. Northbound from Burleigh all the way to Silver Spring as well. Eastbound 94, you got pockets of heavy traffic, one from Highway F all the way to Brookfield Road, and then from 84th Street all the way to 35th. Traffic is brought to you by Sewer Ninjas. Just like we help you avoid traffic backups, Sewer Ninjas helps homeowners avoid sewer backups with camera inspections, drain cleaning, and trenchless repairs. Learn more at sewerninjas.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, partly cloudy skies, low of 63. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 78. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Your winnings to new heights at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee with Spin to Win. This September, play with your rewards card for entries. And Thursday nights, you could spin your way to a share of $300K in cash and prizes. Then keep the ride going, because all your Spin to Win entries also count towards the WinFest finale drawings on September 25th. Spin to Win. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Fall is right around the corner, and we've got something new to celebrate this season. You already know and love our apple flavor. In fact, you love it so much, we're giving it a package all its own. Introducing the new Apple 4-Pack, the same crisp apple flavor you can't get enough of. Now in a convenient 4-pack that's perfect for sharing, stocking up, or enjoying all season long. This fall, grab the new Apple 4-Pack from Carbless. Go to drinkcarbless.com and find it near you.
If you're shopping for a new vehicle, you know where to go. It's Ewald Automotive Group's 2026 model year closeout. To make room for the 2027s, all remaining 2026 models are priced to sell. Shop over 1,500 vehicles with financing as low as 0%. Ewald's 2026 model year closeout. Going on now at every Ewald location.
Go to EwaldAuto.com.
Select models with approved credit for a limited term. See dealer for details.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher for Outdoor Living Unlimited. Well, my wife and I chose Outdoor Living Unlimited to build our outdoor project. And when we met with Aaron and Eric Brown, owners and brothers of Outdoor Living Unlimited, we felt like they were the right guys to work with. We share the same hardworking values, and their showroom is a must-see at 665 Larry Court in Waukesha. If you're looking for a new deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, and more, Outdoor Living Unlimited is a must. Start with OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com and end with an amazing outdoor space.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Your garage can be more than just a place to park your car. Hey, it's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Whether it's your workshop, your project space, or where you store all the gear that comes with living an active Wisconsin lifestyle, Closets by Design can help make the most of it. Customary cabinetry, wall storage systems, systems, and durable flooring solutions designed specifically for the way that you use the space. Right now, you can get 40% off, plus ask about special financing options. Schedule your free in-home design consultation today at closetsbydesign.com and tell them Jen sent you.
Let the good times roll. Kyle and Brust are back on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The Princeton Club is an amazing place in New Berlin. It's clean. It's a place for you to get better. You walk in, you feel the energy from the people at the front desk to the people that are working out. Everyone's getting better because they're growing a foundation of a healthy body. And then for you, when you have that healthy body and a great foundation, your growth in all areas of your life will go from there. A recovery room. They literally have everything you need to be successful. Personal training, workout classes, group classes, spin classes. I mean, like indoor, outdoor tennis courts, indoor, outdoor swimming pools, basketball courts, you name it, they have it. So check out the Princeton Club for your better tomorrow and get started today. We're hanging out at Potawatomi Casino Hotel's amazing sports book. For any of the Josh Jacobs news today, we have talked about it for probably 2 straight hours. He's been charged by Brown County. Brown County's district attorney gave a statement. Josh Jacobs' attorney gave a statement. The victim has some information out there on what had went down. The Packers have made a statement that they're going to work closely with the NFL. And Adam Schefter just joined us, saying it could be anywhere from 4 to 6 games of a suspension for Josh Jacobs based on some precedent that's happened in the past. Take that for what it's worth. And if you missed any of the full conversation, ESPN Wisconsin app and YouTube, you can watch back and listen back at any time. Kyle, you and I are drafting together. And, okay, enough with the system, too. Can we, actually have a conversation? You're just being rude.
No, what's the conversation you want to have, man?
So, when we have pick whatever.
Yeah. What pick do we have?
Why can't we just agree?
Sure, but one of us has to be the final say guy.
I'm the final say guy. I signed us up. I beat you head-to-head.
That's why I said you're the
I'm
assistant.
the longer tenured ESPN Wisconsin host. You're a wannabe.
I'm the longer tenured ESPN Wisconsin teammate.
I'm the longest tenured full-time teammate.
Oh, well. You got me with that full-time, but I've been around longer.
That's great. You've been slumming while I've been living.
I've been here for a day. Yeah, I was. $10 an hour, I sure was.
Exactly. I didn't start that. So I'm going to make the decisions around here.
That shows you how much I care. I've been around here a decade.
You're my janitor of this team.
No. I've been in the game 10 years, all right? So this is my team. You know what? I've been doing the ESPN Wisconsin, well, at that time, 5:40 a.m. ESPN Milwaukee Fantasy Draft when you were still in high school.
But you weren't drafting. You were probably putting the names up on the board.
I was helping people draft down there. For those who have been listening to the station for that long, right along Horny Goat Hideaway. That used to be the name of the beer in the place. That was the name of the place.
Okay.
And that's where we drafted at. That's how long I've been doing it for. I've been doing this for almost 20 years.
But not you drafting.
No, I may have drafted back then.
No, you didn't. You're lying.
I helped somebody draft.
You sound like Alex Stroflake right now.
Stop it. No, I get the final say. Now, we can work on stuff. So what are some of the things you have? So what's your strategy?
Who had to take out money for you to place bets at Potawatomi Sportsbook?
Who decided?
Me.
Who decided? Okay, cool. You know,
like I do everything for you.
I gave you money back. Well, this is what I'm doing for you today. So first round, what are we looking at?
Always running back.
Oh, so you got the 10th pick. You gonna choose a running back over a receiver?
Depending on where the board falls, but you got to get a wide receiver and running back from 10 to 14.
You responded too fast. You said you got to do a running back. So you got to evaluate. That's the problem. You're impulsive. I'm not impulsive. I'm strategic. I sit back, I evaluate, and I make smart
In the
decisions.
other league that we were in together, you tied for first place, and I won first place and got the big payout.
I did not tie for first place.
It's not my fault that you weren't leading when DeMar Hamlin had his thing happen.
I did not tie.
I know, but you tied, and you had to split the winnings. I won the whole winnings.
That is the biggest. I can't believe that.
Again, more evidence. I beat you head to head 2 years ago. I wasn't part of last year at my wedding. Every evidence would point to me being the guy that should be the final decision maker.
No, not at all. That's how it works. That's not how it works.
Sidekick. I don't even know if you're going to have a chair. Your name tag might be on the ground. I'll have a chair.
Assistant 2. You have any other things I need to know about your strategy drafting?
See, Josh DiMaggio now wants to get in the conversation. Kyle gets final say after being flubbing valuable Adam Schefter time, asking him the same question twice.
Yeah, you can't even read. Even though it says Ben, it's supposed to be Ben. Yeah. You did. I ain't going to lie to you, Ben. That was
I
crazy.
couldn't hear.
That was crazy.
You know it's loud in here.
But I heard
Shefty
it.
was a little quiet.
I heard when I heard you ask the question, I said, oh, hell. I said, I hope Shefty's nice. And then Shefty was not nice, and so I wrote down on a piece of paper. What did I say?
4-6.
4-6. He said, I think I already answered that. I said,
no, he didn't say I think. He said, I already answered this.
I was like, Ben done embarrassed us. And then when he said bye, he said Kyle and Ben. I said, damn, he didn't know our name. I'm attached to you.
Always and forever,
I'm
buddy.
attached to that.
Always and forever.
I'm part of the show that asked him a question, wasn't listening.
Always and
valuable
forever,
time.
you and I.
This man had valuable time that he decided to share, and Ben wasn't even listening to him. Golly.
Why don't you tell us everyone where we're going to be tomorrow?
Listen, tomorrow y'all need to go ahead and stop by and join us because we will be at Veer North. Yes, Ben and I will be at Veer North taking the show on the road. Join us live at Veer North from 2 to 5 ahead of the preseason showdown in Green Bay. Get game day ready with $3 domestic drafts, $10 wing baskets, $12 pizzas and a pint, $10 special cocktail, and also score free Jell-O shots whenever the Packers score. Green Bay scores.
I was going to say, by the way, if you have another reading error, I am making all decisions. You're struggling.
Well, the problem is I haven't read this first. But here we go.
Whose fault is that?
That's mine. But anyways, so make sure you join us tomorrow at Veer North. They have happy hour Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., all day Thursdays, and late night Friday and Saturday, 10 p.m. to close. They host a free poker league as well, so make sure you come on and join us tomorrow, 2 to 5 for Kyle and Brust at Veer North.
Brian Bulaga, he's going to join us next before the Homer Hour.
And Brust.
Man, Kyle, do you ever know what you're talking about?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on September 8th.
Fly ball center field. It's hit well. Grisham back. It is gone!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
Got him swinging. Threw him a curveball. It's 11 Ks for Mizorowski.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Tune in September 8th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
You already know that Kessler's is the world's largest employee-owned group of jewelry stores.
We were recently told that Kessler's is the fastest growing group of jewelry stores in America.
Well, it just goes to show you.
Show you what?
That people like to feel good.
What do you mean?
Rick, you know how many people will drop by and look in the showcases and have some coffee and chat with their sales associates?
Yes.
That doesn't happen at other stores.
Really?
People come to Kessler's because it brightens their day.
It makes them feel good.
It certainly makes me feel good.
Tell me why.
Well, everyone's always in a good mood. And everything is clean and sparkling and romantic and happy.
It feels like sunshine and rainbows, doesn't it?
Sarah, that's exactly what it feels like.
When you're having a great day, come to Kessler's.
Have some coffee and let us clean your jewelry.
Our jewelry cleaning equipment is completely different than what you have at home.
And we're delighted to do it for free, of course.
Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
The 25th annual A Novel event is coming. Sharp's yearly fundraiser will happen on September 10th from 5 to 8 p.m. at American Family Field. Two-time National League All-Star and one of MLB's brightest young stars, Jacob "The Miz" Mizorowski, will be the featured guest. Funds raised at a Novel event will support the delivery of Sharp's STEAM-based education program to thousands of K-3 through 5th grade students and educators across Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
Marquette's First Team All-Americans brought to you by Saganiac Planning. Mullen, Kogis, Meminger, Jones, Lee, Wade, and Howard. Butch Lee led Marquette to the national title in '77 as a second-team All-American. Next season, he was first-team All-American and the only Marquette player, National Player of the Year. No Marquette player ever first team for 2 seasons. Marcus Howard, like Butch Lee, second team and then first team. And Tyler Kolek, with all the Big East honors, second-team All-American for 2 seasons. Wrong.
If you're a company owner offering medical insurance for your employees, you may be sick and tired of the constant increase in rates or change in benefits. Now's the time to take a look at a different type of plan. At Saganiac Planning, it's called level funding. an opportunity to keep premiums low and possibly receive a return of your premiums. For more information, call John Saganiak Jr. Level Funding, 262-783-6161. Saganiak Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
When your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, do your homework. Remember, once a joint is replaced, there's no going back. Hey, it's Ben Brust, and before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to Dr. Caravelli and her team at QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to deliver relief to patients like you in Greenfield and Mequon. You'll start with a medical evaluation reviewing your history, any imaging, and actual source of your pain. If you're a good candidate, they'll concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right in the spot that's actually causing the pain. The whole idea is to give you a real shot at holding off on surgery, or in some cases, avoiding it altogether. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion and know your options. The conversation and consultation are totally free. QC Kinetics, call 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298.
Have no fear, the chaos is here. Lucky you. This is Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
If you're looking to upgrade your windows, do it like I did. Do it with Universal Windows Direct. Here's some reasons why. You buy 4 windows, you get 4 free. Yeah, buy 4 windows, you get 4 free. Also, you get 4 years with 0% interest. You don't pay a single penny in interest. And then on top of that, it is so easy. They come in your house, they install the windows, they clean up, they're out of there, and you're left with beautiful windows. So call them today for your free in-home estimate at 414-410-2000. That's 414-410-2000, or visit them at universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free in-home estimate today. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Joining us now on the Yingling Guest Hotline is Kyle and Brust live from Potawatomi Sportsbook, gearing up for the ESPN Wisconsin Fantasy Football Draft that's happening tonight. Brian Balaga, welcome into Kyle and Brust.
How are we doing?
Oh, Kyle and I have been talking about,
Turn into a legal show, Brian.
Legal things, alleged things, and statements, and Brown County, and Josh Jacobs' lawyers, the Packers statement. Adam Schefter's joined. I guess the major thing that we learned, without going into all the details of the statements, is from a football perspective, Adam Schefter is estimating around 4 to 6 weeks of a suspension. When you think about Micah and Josh Jacobs potentially both being out for those amounts of time, what does that do for the Green Bay Packers? What does that mean for the Green Bay Packers and how they approach the start of the season?
Well, I think from a leadership standpoint, guys have to step up, right? Obviously, Mike is a big leader, and so is Jacobs in that locker room from a emotional leadership standpoint and from a gameplay standpoint, the way they play. Like they provide a lot of leadership with their presence and then obviously with their performances. So guys are going to have to step up. And I guess the second thing is, which I'm going to have to talk to Homer about, because Homer said some crazy stuff on Monday that Marshawn Lloyd should get 25 touches in the final preseason game.
We were both talking about that.
I ain't mad about that. I heard it and I said, you know what? I don't know if he's going to be able to be a bell cow.
Well, I don't want to find out if he's going to be a bell cow in the preseason if the starting running back's going to be out for 6 weeks. That's not really the time to figure that out. So the next important thing is, A, keeping him healthy, and B, do we have enough depth in that running back room until he potentially gets back? And that's the question. I don't know.
Come on, Brian.
Brian, what strikes me is, from a football perspective here, Josh Jacobs was able to get a lot out of getting hit behind the line of scrimmage way too many times last year. And the offensive line's a question. So even if the depth is there, there's no way they're to the degree of performance of Josh Jacobs, which just sets you back automatically, right? If he is out.
If he's out, yes. If that is the case, yeah. The production at running back won't be the same, that's for sure. Now, we don't know what we have in Lloyd. right? Like we have no idea what we have in him as a running back. So you can't just write him off when you have no clue what he's going to be able to provide, and kind of once he gets into a groove of running, what he looks like. But at the same time, you know what the proven commodity is with Jacobs in the backfield. You know what he can do. You know what he's capable of. And just knowing that, yeah, that's a huge loss. That's a huge loss. And I'm not going to get into the legal jargon of it because I haven't really been looking into it. But like you said, from a football standpoint, if it's from a football suspension standpoint, right, if it's 4 to 6 weeks, guys are going to have to, lace them up and be ready to go because, I mean, it's not getting easier now that you lose him on the offensive side of the ball.
Brian, I do want to kind of ask this question for someone who played in the NFL. As a teammate, how do you kind of hear a situation and how do you separate how you may personally feel about what somebody's actions may or may not have been, what they're alleged to do, and separate it from the professional aspect of it and being in a locker room with somebody that you may disagree with some of the decisions they made in their life?
Yeah, I mean, that's what makes a locker room extremely unique, right? Like, I think that's why I always, they say America's a melting pot. I truly believe a locker room is the ultimate melting pot because you have guys from legitimately all walks of life that you deal with day to day. And yeah, you don't agree with them on everything or what they decide to do on everything. And obviously, again, I don't know, charges are charges or what's being brought allegedly, right? That is, and you may not agree with that, or you may strongly disagree with that, or that's against what you believe in and all that. But at the end of the day, like, people's personal lives, you need to stay out of people's personal lives. It's not your business. Your business is what happens in that building, right? So if the person that may be going through this, like Jacobs is right now, handles his business inside that building, 1265 that is, that's the thing you care about the most because that affects you directly. Now, what he does outside the building could impact you like it potentially could right now if he gets suspended. But at the end of the day, you got to stay out of guys' personal lives. It's really not your business. And to me, that's the way I always looked at it. Guys, when they leave that building, what they do, you cannot control. And really, it's not your business. So that's always the way I viewed it. And you may not agree with what they do, but you're in no place to tell them one thing or another or whatever it may be. It's just not your right, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's the reality of the situation. I mean, these are all adults. They're professionals. Josh Jacobs is 28. He was a captain of the offense. He's been in the league. He's led the league in rushing, but what he does on the field in the locker room, he's around you, but what he does outside of there, like you said,
I guess for me, I just think about because Jordan Love made a comment supporting Josh Jacobs. In the sense, the best way he can, right? You're not going to throw anybody under the bus because you don't know what the situation is. But if things did go left with it, and it may have people with Jordan Love's comments saying that maybe he took it too lightly. So that's why I was curious with that. But before we do have to let you go, Jonnu Smith, what does that mean for the Packers?
Well, I don't know what it really means that they need depth.
Yeah, here's what I would say. If I could jump in, he had a really good year 2 years ago with Miami. He was in Pittsburgh, and that Miami offense is similar to LaFleur's offense. And I think it's adding a piece, knowing that Luke Musgrave and Josh Wiley may not be, the best outside of Tucker Kraft. It's just adding depth and a veteran to a team, and I don't think I think it's a win situation.
Did we get better?
I think so.
I would think that he would be better than Luke Musgrave or anybody else. So I feel like the tight end room just got significantly better.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a better option. Again, I don't know where he's at in his career right now. I get he had a great year in Miami a few years ago. I don't know where he is right now. But if he can bring extra depth and a little bit of improvement to what we already have, then yeah, it's a bonus. It's a plus, in my opinion. Does he make the roster 100%? I don't know. We'll find that out in a couple of weeks, won't we?
Yes,
well,
sir.
Who knows when this roster will even